Second delay. Probably shouldn't be playing this.
Your mom's a 20-second delay.
I know.
So you have no idea what a blow to the ego is.
No.
I said,
remember, it's a computer.
No, a 20-second delay. You do something and you're like, well, you get oh, there you go.
don't worry, I got it right away.
Somebody did.
I'm just thinking of the computer, though. From last
It takes me
week.
about 20.
Have we tried this yet?
It does take me about 20.
Again, if you believe Nodak, that's the world's greatest thing.
It's not the world's greatest thing.
Yeah, it's
okay.
kind of just whatever.
I just grabbed it.
It's like most other flavors of Pepsi. It's just kind of like, it exists.
Hello, everybody, and welcome
To Game Theory!
to FaE on the Couch. This time we are
What did we like?
watching,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh.
we're watching
We've been
Kingdom
live.
Hearts Recoded.
Worst story in the
wait.
franchise.
So,
Okay, apparently this is the worst story in the franchise. I can't
so
wait to
we're
be disappointed.
restarting the conversation about the McRib now, right? Because Kane loves them so much.
Fuck off.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Until
When I
next
wake
time.
up, I'll find you. And then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real.
Gotta touch it. Off the line.
Promise me, Namae.
Okay.
What? What?
What?
You did
What?
that to yourself.
No. Also, yeah, this is after Birth by Sleep. Minor spoilers.
It doesn't really show them. Though.
I know, but I'm saying, if you know what you're looking for, there's going to be some spoilers, but...
We don't know what we're looking
Exactly. I do.
for. Rave mech. Apologies for not being the peppy little intern I usually am. It's Thanksgiving week and I work in a bakery and a grocery store. Not
Who-
exactly.
Hang on. Who the fuck orders meals from a grocery store for Thanksgiving?
I make
A lot of
breads
people.
and pies.
I know, but you should cook that at home.
I know a
Breads and
lawyer.
pies, though.
People may not know how to make pies.
I know a lawyer who
It's
buys
simple.
some stuff. to get
That doesn't
from
stop
the
people.
grocery.
Like,
We package.
if I was by myself, I would literally have a microwave TV dinner and a pie from a grocery store.
Wait, show that to Kane.
That's by yourself, yeah. I mean,
Kane, look, we found your mom.
So attorney, are you sexually active? No, I just lie there.
We
Oh, you guys missed another good one as we got here too.
like, so we got everything done, and mind you, we do grocery.
The fuck is with this? Fucking pickles.
I'll take your
Sorry,
pickles.
Stu.
Fucking your pickles.
but the juices
Okay.
will still be there.
It's not that bad.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Pickles are disgusting.
first off, no fast food place that uses pickles do you have to worry about pickle juice. That
Yes,
shit's
you
not
do.
very well hydrated.
Yes, you do.
It's not that big of a
It,
deal.
there.
it depends on which.
The residue
it
will
depends-
always be there.
It depends on how
I-
picky you
it's-
are, but I agree with you, Kane.
It just more is the situation. Like, it doesn't. It
answer
doesn't
your
piss me off.
question
It's not like I
earlier,
can't eat
that-
it. It's just it irritates me whenever I ask for no pickles. Pickles.
See, I don't.
my
I can't
question
even
earlier?
do ketchup
Yeah.
and mustard.
Huh?
Like, I can't do condiments
Oh,
or
I
any
love-
toppings
Okay,
on
I love onions.
quick thing. Look at the size of that burger on your hand. I swear to God, they've gotten smaller as we
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, I'm not the only one.
No, it's
Look
for
at
sure.
even my double
Yeah.
burger.
They have always gotten small.
It's just-
Over the past, like, 50
now
years.
That's
Actually,
ridiculous.
within, like, the past 20 years.
And
but-
people
One
always
to stop the
complain about
darkness
fast
from
food.
spreading, and the other to put all the lost hearts back
because
where
it's
they belong.
cheaper, but they charge the same price.
To tell the truth, neither one was easy. But I sure was glad to be
Okay,
the cricket to right
You are
the
not
wrong.
allowed to chastise people for not liking burgers or for not liking pickles in their burger when you have that on your burger.
But now, looks like the only thing
That just looks disgusting.
My ranch?
Yes.
I'd have to agree with.
Maybe that's because
Like,
I
there,
think,
like I'm not. I will fully say.
Each their own, but I do agree with, like, the... If I have
who
pickles on
exactly is this?
or it ended up having pickles on it, I can't eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine being upset if you said no pickles. I understand that. I also love pickles on my sandwiches. I wasn't expecting pickles on my McRib when I bit into it, so I was like,
Oh.
that's pretty weird.
Yeah, pickles and onions.
You didn't see, but in the picture, the picture they had.
A mysterious message.
That's all that counts.
Honestly.
And you know, I never
Okay,
once
that's-
turned around
that's
my
why I took
sight.
one bite, and I'm just like,
I don't know when
I'll put that down for a second. I'll come back to it.
Their hurting will be mended.
Because no, I'm fine with pickles on my McRib. It's just really weird.
Sounds like somebody needs help.
But I mean, pickles are
and
kind of
doesn't know what
salty,
to do.
so it kind of has that salty sweet.
Let's get to the bottom of
with the
this.
sweet barbecue.
Of course, but how? All the other pages are completely blank.
Sure, the words you wrote are gone, but
Well,
that
I've already
doesn't mean the journal is empty.
by the way, but it still happened.
The school has one good thing about it. It would be the rib.
I mean, you're not wrong. The ribs at the school were pretty fucking good.
Or those rectangular pieces.
Nope.
Oh God, no.
I love those things. Especially the breakfast one.
If I will agree with you on one thing, the ribs are different because the ones at school are a lot thicker. They're 2 or 3 times as thick.
Well, they're also not as rich as each rib is. That's another thing. They're a cheaper rib.
Okay,
But for
no,
me,
I
they
can see
taste
that. I
better.
can see that. You know, sometimes cheaper meat is better.
Yeah.
Like if you cook a sirloin the right way, it can taste better than a ribeye. Honestly.
Oh yeah. But a ribeye just naturally, if you don't no seasoning, just cooking it the same way, a ribeye will taste better than mine.
Yeah.
And then there's me.
It's got a
who's
better
like, screw
start.
the steak, give me a chicken.
It's like
Give me some of that white meat.
You're weird.
It's like comparing Neji to Naruto. One just started out better
Yeah.
Gosh, maybe if we could get
and
in
finished
there
off
somehow,
much worse.
we could figure out.
Now I'm sad.
Please stop trying to spoil the series for me.
Don't worry. That's actually not spoilers at all.
Now, see, for me, I just remember. I'm with you. I haven't seen much.
Somebody to
Especially in the
explore.
web.
I'm just at the start of
Actually,
the
no,
war.
Kane.
See, I haven't even
told
gotten
you
that far.
what's happening before because
Am I right, Beth?
you said you were never gonna watch it, so I did spoil it for you. But you
Well,
seem to
then
have
I
forgotten.
forgot it. So it's re-spoilable.
See, for me, I don't think
Come
I
back,
think I
friend.
made it just past the part where Sasuke gets.
Oh, you're still an original
Yeah.
Naruto. Holy shit.
That's how
My
far back I
dad's
am.
in front of you.
I also stopped
What
watch-
the
I
fuck?
stopped watching it once Toonami stopped playing.
It's on Netflix right now.
I know, but I stopped watching it because Toonami stopped playing it. I never. just got
Much,
back-
much
I
the
never
same
got
way
back
you
into
watch
it.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it was there on Toonami, and if my family didn't turn it off, I watched it.
Well. I suggest you give it a shot.
Oh, I love Naruto. But
Okay.
I never got further.
I actually have the most recent game. It's really good.
I know what chugging is.
Wait, is this literally just about a data Sora?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Are you saying he's not the
Now
same
you're gonna.
Sora?
Now
It's an
you're starting to
excuse to start
understand.
him over.
Now you're starting to understand
The real
why we don't
song
like
was
this game.
recorded into
That's
data.
stupid.
Because it literally has no real pull
Just another
in
version.
the franchise. It's like a one-off story that he just decided to write in the Hearts
I think.
Is this the drunk one?
I think one important thing happens in this.
the ending.
Yeah.
What was that about?
And it's a 3-hour movie.
That said, there is some cool stuff in it.
There's some neat ideas that weren't really executed well with the story and the gameplay.
I like what they did
Right.
with the Olympus Coliseum.
I don't remember what they did to it.
It's very different
Chip
from
and
normal
Dale
Olympus.
must have figured things out.
So the things that you don't like about it
Your
are completely.
Majesty.
Yeah.
But what
So this is
exactly
the
is
game
it
I would
doing
probably
here?
have liked the one.
Well, you see,
But hate it.
somebody left a
Wait.
strange message
Because
into
of
his
the game
journal.
itself.
Yeah.
And the only way to find out who wrote it is by carefully analyzing
good level
every
and a
entry
terrible
inside.
game.
Pretty much.
Every game has that one good level. I will stand by that fact.
Their hurting will be
For Devil May
And
Cry.
every game has that one shitty level that you want to burn.
For Devil
Most-
May Cry, that really good level was fighting the one chick's older brother. I loved that fight.
I mean,
Gorge.
as to speak about the bad levels in most games, it's normally the water or the ice level.
I can't say it because I have no idea how far if you guys actually have.
I don't remember
How
writing
much did you
this
play
in a
Fallout
journal.
4?
I've finished.
I've beaten.
All of them?
Yes.
How many did you do?
What do you mean?
How many ways did you
Who?
I've
beat?
seen all the
And by
ways.
beat, okay, you've seen all the main quest line.
Yep. My personal playthrough was to go with
Yeah,
Does
he's
that-
the Institute Scrublord.
my first one was
Oh,
the Brotherhood of Steel.
It's always the Brotherhood
you
of Steel.
piece of shit.
He's
My-
always the Brotherhood of Steel. Are you
I hate the
of
Brotherhood of
Steel
Steel.
is
I hate them.
amazing. And
My
hate
canon
them.
playthrough was Mid.
my canon
Was what?
playthrough is
Minute.
Brotherhood of Steel. First and foremost, because in my opinion, it has the best ending out of them all.
did I get
Everyone's
this wrong?
peaceful in my
Where could
ending.
have gone?
No,
No,
Yes.
everybody's
No.
afraid
Hey,
in your
yeah.
ending.
yeah.
Still,
The Brotherhood has a giant fucking robot that blasts a hole into the Institute.
Everybody's afraid of your ending too.
I don't care. Here's the thing.
In
I
my
never
ending,
said that it
everything's
was.
peaceful.
I never said that it was peaceful. I just said that it was.
it's peaceful through fear.
Exactly.
What's this?
Alright.
The only actual good ending is the Mid ending. All the other endings are kind of
Morally
gray
ambiguous.
areas.
Isn't there 4 main endings?
Yep, there's
Yeah, the other one's the
Institute-
railroad.
The Institute, the Railroad, the Minutemen, and the
Who the hell would go with the railroad though?
Ace did.
Yeah, Ace.
course
That
it
makes
is.
sense, actually.
Ace did it because he liked the stealth mechanic, and he felt that he liked saving the synths and not having them in.
Yeah, that's actually the only allure to the railroad.
Uh-huh.
Synths are people too.
Huh?
Synths are people too.
Meanwhile, in my opinion, all synths die, except Dad's
And Marie.
and Curie.
Talk about
And-
Synths, I can't think about it.
Doesn't Vance just think he's a synth?
Nope,
He's
No.
straight up.
it's,
Worked on my-
I killed him just to see.
But he's got flesh.
So do
They're-
most synths. The
Gen
Gen
3
3
synths
synths
look
are
like people.
humans.
Okay.
Are basically
Kellogg
humans.
was a
Just
synth.
Gen 3 synths
no,
are
Kellogg was not a
legitimate.
synth. He has
like,
cybernetic enhancement.
they are the epitome of android.
How'd I get
They
down
look,
here?
act, and seem
They're Android 18 and 17.
pretty much, except they're not androids.
That voice again.
But yeah,
God damn it,
it
Minecraft.
was always fucks
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
before Minecraft.
You even
I know.
my name.
This is where Notch got the
Have we
idea.
met somewhere before?
No wonder Minecraft is horrible. Without mod.
I actually like Minecraft.
I can't do survival games. I can't. I need
See,
gold.
Okay,
I don't.
if
I
you're
don't
viewing
just say,
Minecraft as a survival game, that's
It
where
is.
you're going wrong.
I don't
It
say
is a
where.
survival game.
It's a
Here's my thing.
sandbox game.
Here's my thing.
We've never
I'm
It's a
with
sandbox
I'm with
survival.
You seem
with
to know
Archon
who I
now.
am.
It's a sandbox
We're
game.
friends.
It has a
Is that it?
survival mode,
I don't
but what
understand.
most people use it for is just to build shit, not actually survive.
See, that's what most people use it for, yes. But the only way I ever play, because I think sandbox games are disgusting, is to play the survival aspect.
See, I
So
don't
for
like
me,
the
it is a survival game,
What
but
do I
still.
have to do?
I don't like the survival part of it. As soon as they brought creative to the PlayStation version, I was so fucking happy because I didn't have to fucking.
See, if
Hmm.
like
I
using
don't know what's
mods
going
though,
on,
it
but are you
it's
saying
just
you want
better.
me to explore the island?
more things to do
For me,
instead of just.
the
See,
only
building
You
around.
think
if my
It's
computer
you.
I have
During
played
our
Skyfactory and I
campaign.
did enjoy it.
if
It's
my
you during our campaign talking to God.
Pretty
I
much,
found
yeah.
that
Yeah.
already.
if my computer could handle mods,
Datasaur
I
is
would like
good.
I would like the PC version more.
See, for
But
me,
I
my
cannot-
favorite mod, because it introduces a fucking story, one that I know by fucking heart at this point,
Which,
but Dragon Block C. That introduces the Dragon Ball Z story, kind of.
I know one that I really like that made it more of a fantasy style game, like a dungeon crawl. Because I also don't like Minecraft all that much. That's just because I get bored of sandbox games. I can't play them for too long.
They also told you.
See, like, if I have a build I want to do, I can do it, but as soon as that's over, I'm bored.
Which is why our Minecraft streams went over.
Yeah.
Because all of us are like that.
Remember
all
that
just like,
one?
when we have something in mind,
Huh?
sure.
Remember that one with like you, me, and
I
Ralph?
think too.
I heard
These
you
are
came
four of the
this
three of
way.
us.
No, it was
With the
everybody, but it
tips.
went
Oh,
down.
yeah. See, I was just bored and fucking around with you guys, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, with the
you
sheep?
saw, as soon as I finished my build for the night, or what I wanted to accomplish, I was bored out of my fucking mind, so I had to fuck with you two.
Oh, and then
See,
I got
the worst part
lost.
is, the
Sean
worst
the
part
sheep?
is
Well,
that
you were asleep at that point.
the worst part is that
Everybody
pissed
was
off.
on, and then it was just us three at the end of it.
I just
I
accepted
was
it.
watching.
Yeah.
I got the red. I had the
I
red.
wasn't
sheet, the red
genuinely
sheet of
pissed
safety.
off. I
The
was
red
just
shot of
playing
safety.
it. I wasn't genuinely pissed off. If I was genuinely pissed off, I would have logged off.
I know.
She would have turned off her PS4.
What's that bright light?
Again, it was just a fucking headache. And in my defense, I already fucked myself.
I don't
You
even
didn't
know.
need to do that shit.
I don't even know what you guys are talking
It
about.
was really funny. You should watch last night's stream when you logged out.
again.
It was pretty fucking funny. I had a moment where I had little bunny foo-fooed the fuck out of Ace.
Somebody's
He was my little
written
field mouse.
a brand new entry.
Did you bop him on the top of the
Yeah.
airplane?
Yep. And he exploded, and his explosion destroyed Kane's plane.
No, it turned it off, which
Yeah.
is worse.
You mean like the situation that happened with
If only I knew what
when
to do.
you were just suddenly
Which
just
world
careening
could it
somewhere
be?
else when we were flying in the first transform race? Just randomly careening.
Yeah, but that one was through my own lack of being able to fly a fucking plane.
Could it be?
Right now, but if I do enjoy the transform.
Oh, I enjoy them
The group of them.
because
Yes, I'm okay.
even though in like,
But what was that?
I know I
other-
suck at
I'm
them,
not.
and I'm
It's
always
not
going
sitting
to
well
lose.
for me, so I was
Well,
just
it's
yeah,
like-
if she wants it.
for me, it gives me a chance to keep up with these guys. Like with Ace and Arc last night, I was right up front with them.
How many?
So, well, in certain
Oh, I see.
parts of the
I see
race,
how
I
it
can
is.
keep up.
I
That
see how
entire
it
race.
is. I'd like to point out that the only times that I'm ever not in the front of the pack is when Arc fucks me up in the beginning. Or you.
No. I was about to say, I
Either
didn't
of
fuck with
you
you. I didn't fuck with you at
me.
all last night. It was all him.
Either of you fuck with me.
I was playing super aggressive because I'm used to bouncing around off of.
Then there's me
The
who just
NPC
sits at the
cars
back
and
of the
makes
pack and lets everybody else fuck with each other.
Huh? What's that?
I'm just proud of
I'm
myself.
very aggressive in Need for Speed.
I'm just proud of myself for never coming in
See-
last and got fucked with.
The guy in black left behind.
For the time that your car went under mine up that hill.
It looks like a
See, like, I try to keep a clean race. I try.
He said, to make
But
this
sometimes
place whole, the
Either
key
the
holds
situation
place.
presents itself too nicely,
Must have meant this.
or
A keyhole's the place.
or I'm just really pissed off at something. Did I show you the video of what happened when I got pissed off at a person during the
Roger
sprint
that.
race?
I'll try it.
The guy,
I forgot to bring the USB.
I was
We
going,
both just remembered that right then.
I was going, is the city race? I don't remember what it was called. It's like double
Whoa,
loopers.
whoa,
No, not
where's
double
my
loopers.
place?
It's the one that's in the city.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
It's the
think so.
supercar race. I was just having a good time racing.
What's
Got to
happened to
fourth
our
place.
island?
The guy that I had just passed spins me out. I go, oh, he's dead.
If I get rid of it,
I managed
will the island
within
be restored?
within half of the next lap, exactly where he spun me out. I managed to slingshot around Ace, slingshot around a random person. Both of them let me use slipstream to catch back up to the guy. He went around the corner. I shoved him into the outside wall. He hit the wall and flew into the air and landed outside of the map. And had to restart from a checkpoint pretty good doing it away. I was so pissed at him. Oh. It
I
felt
landed
so-
on the track last night. You mean airplane? Which one of you two did I fuck with that? The first
Technically,
time. The first time.
technically you fucked us both because I was trying to get out of the way, but Ace was in my way of getting out of the way, so I fucked him by trying to get out of the way.
Well, to be fair, you fucked me. So.
I mean, yes, but you could have caught up.
It's not that hard.
This is digital.
Oh, it's a data battle.
Whole
Kind
game
of.
is a data battle.
Yeah, the whole game is that about it. You're actually fighting,
The data battle of Dark Seed.
Viruses.
Side.
Yeah, I was about to say, Darkseid is Superman's villain.
but he's still called Darkseid by most people.
Even though
Even though it's spelled
something,
seed.
Do you
Yeah.
think Sora's alright?
It's because people
Well,
don't understand the fact that I and E together makes E.
Well, in Smallville, they called him Darkseid.
They did. But I
Which made me
think
happy.
technically it's a German name, so it'd be more pronounced Darkseid or some crap like that.
It's pronounced all the ways. They're all technically correct.
Yeah.
But
just undone?
based on the region you grew up in. By the way, essentially, this whole first 3/2 of the game, or 3/4 of the game, knowledge.
The first 3 halves, so
Yeah.
150% of this game.
Yes, it's all useless knowledge.
And more.
That is this game.
What the heck are you?
That's the cloak dude from the first game.
The fuck
Yeah,
is this?
It's Ansem.
The fuck is that? The fuck are those?
The fuck is anything?
What is that from? I read.
What are those?
Shut up.
What's in the bag?
Nightmare Before
Alucard.
Stupid.
No,
You're
Alucard.
so stupid.
yes.
Van Helsing a Bridge. That one.
It's
That's no, but that's where I remember it.
Yeah.
Now that can't be
The
right.
fuck is that?
If the data
What
The fuck is
Red
that?
Snapper?
They're
The
coming
fuck
out
are
of the
those?
walls! They're coming out of the goddamn
we
walls!
just saw.
Hey guys, ever seen a ghost?
At least I never.
That-
realized.
Everyone see
Hey
a dead
kids, want to
body?
see a dead body?
This is literally
That
just
was
involved in the
creepy.
famous quotes.
You have my,
We're-
what can I
We're
do for
fucking
you?
achievement hunter now, just quoting things.
Kill me.
No.
Oh wait, no,
At least
no.
you're not the fucking
Sorry.
Gavin of the group.
We're
Apparently that's what I am.
we're not achievement hunter because we're not constantly quoting. It's always something.
I've accepted it by this point. I don't care
I've
anymore.
never.
How are you?
Yeah, same.
How are you the Gavin?
Everybody, we had a stream one day where it was like, and Riles Gavin.
I don't remember.
Are you fucking high right now?
Yeah. I drove.
Okay.
I drove your high.
It was true.
You didn't get.
We
I'm sorry, I
we
didn't
drove
bring any of
through
my
like
pot brownies.
7 people's phones.
This is not GTA, right?
I'm so sorry.
This is real life. Can't do that shit.
It's really funny you say that because whenever I play GTA for a long period of time, next time I actually drive in real life, I'm like,
Where am I?
you know, I could get past this traffic a lot faster if this was GTA 5. I can fucking right.
Which is really concerning if you're in the car with her.
I'm concerned for the other people on the road.
I'm concerned for the people on the sidewalk.
What people on the sidewalk?
Look,
All the people on the
There is no people on the sidewalk in this town.
there is no people, period.
Unless it's Ace in the fight.
Now I'm in a strange
Or
town.
AA round.
But why?
Ace is flying down.
Full of
I-
glitches.
Ace is
I thought
flying down the
about it when
streets
I
at
saw it
1,000
that
miles
one
per hour
morning.
now. Have you seen his bike?
Yeah. We'll see.
His sweet
Did he
snow
paint-
tires.
Did he paint flames
I'll
on
see what I
it?
can find.
So you can go faster.
He has snow tires.
I know.
I know. I said
Studded
Something
tires.
strange was happening in that world too.
Naruto.
Dewey and Louie
Something
decided to
strange.
investigate.
I will
Maybe.
fucking stab you.
Who are you gonna call?
Doesn't sound-
Ghostbusters!
Fuck yourselves, guys. You know how often that plays at my job?
I need to
How?
go to
It's
your
better
work
than
tomorrow.
Christmas music.
I like Christmas music.
Well, that's your problem.
I like Christmas music too. After Thanksgiving.
I like Christmas music too.
Fair.
I've behaved
Right before
this
Christmas.
year. I've behaved this year.
I walked
I've
into
stabbed a bitch for playing Christmas music on Christmas Day.
Interesting. So
I-
the
I
three became
hate
friends.
Christmas.
I walked into the
No, I
living
won't
room a
play
week and a
it
half
around
ago
you.
to see my mom watching a Hallmark Christmas movie, and I literally
I'll
just shook
just
my
play
head.
it on with headphones in.
So,
I watched the.
I do my best not to.
I watched How the
play
Grinch Stole
music
Christmas
videos
last
and
month.
things.
I just-
watch videos.
But not
I
with
just
Jim
don't
Carrey.
get why Christmas.
well, I'm wondering if there
I
are
just
data
don't get it.
versions of all of us inside that.
We were singing
Hey.
Christmas music at work last
We
night.
could sing Christmas carols, like the big one that everybody knows. You know, Frozen.
I'm afraid, Your Majesty.
You gotta let it go.
Don't
Archie.
talk about that.
Answer to that question.
I'm just as upset as Ace is about that.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Like again,
I have the
technically-
record of that song,
Again,
and it
technically,
pisses me off.
a Christmas
It's right
carol.
down there.
I had to try not to sing along to that one. To be honest,
I hate that song.
It was a
I
gift.
let's put it this way. I hate a lot
Was
of
it a gift
Christmas
from a
songs.
nice
Not
person?
all
Somebody that
Christmas
you
My
songs.
dad. All those records were
What about,
given to me by him, so
Grandma got rid of it.
it makes me sad whenever one breaks because
I laugh at that.
dogs.
So, lead us to the answer.
Hell, all 3 of my Kiss albums.
When you found Dewey,
Yeah,
he had a
they got
flat.
cracked.
You sent him back to Sid's, and then found Dewey.
That's my favorite
He
fucking
had a life
band.
fragment too.
Did you get
Then you
It's,
found Louie,
yeah, I did.
and one more life
The
fragment.
first time they were.
They
Really
created
Not
a
in the
key
90s,
with a
but
piece
the most
missing.
recent?
After that,
Before.
you took Louie and
Before
headed
that?
to
Okay.
Sid's.
Like 2009.
So,
or some
here's a
shit.
question
I
for
don't
you.
remember what.
If you put all 3 Kiss albums together, does that make it a takeout session or?
No. It'd
Like
just
that
be
one,
3 kisses.
Louie, run!
See.
Go to Sid's and wait!
I don't remember what the
Chicken nugget
name.
you want?
Isn't
I
there like
hope you're happy with all
a
the
band
trouble
called
you
Tongue
caused.
or some shit like that?
Huh.
If they play together, then it's make out.
What's this?
Okay.
I don't do ketchup with my
He's
chicken
holding
nuggets.
a Tetris piece.
I do ranch with my chicken nuggets.
You are disgusting.
Want some barbecue sauce in your chicken nugget? That worked out.
Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
Or honey mustard usually.
Ding 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 ding.
Honey
This is
mustard.
exactly
Or just,
What the hell are you doing right now?
I'm not a fan of honey mustard because I don't like the combination of
Mickey,
honey
Which is my
mustard.
I found
favorite
another keyhole.
But
intro
I
game
do like
ever.
both of them.
If this works the
I
same
love that
I
game.
have the Game Boy.
Pong.
all I gotta do is
You've
defeat
never
whatever
Tetris is
enemy
better.
is inside
Yeah,
this
I
keyhole.
Trigger honey's good.
I prefer Tetris.
Okay, have any of the rest? Do any of the rest of you really like honey like we do?
I like honey.
That's
Like,
right.
I put honey on my hamburgers, on my fries, on my chicken nuggets. Honey is my shit.
Honey on chicken nuggets.
Yes, actually,
Hey, I gotta try.
honey and chicken nuggets is really good. If you guys haven't.
I've got honey right over there, motherfuckers.
Well,
You
look
can
at that.
count on that.
I am lazy. Leave me alone.
Maybe if I throw my water bottle, it'll boomerang and bring the honey back with it.
You're not Link.
I don't want you to hit my monitor.
Oh,
Did you see
oh.
me?
I
I'm
had
more
a
accurate
proud
than that,
parent
please.
moment the other day.
Oh.
Huh?
I was in Rock 30 and
Why
I
are the
got one of those
blocks here?
Gross.
shush.
Am I missing
One of those
something?
adapters for the regular PlayStation so
Yeah.
you could put 4 controllers in, right?
Yeah.
I mean that thing.
Yeah, whatever. They had some Legend of
What did
Zelda.
you say?
They had some Legend of Zelda
Not bad.
merchandise or whatever.
When
And
Use my power?
Rose-
Daniela
Rock
points to it.
30?
She's like,
Yeah.
"Hey mom, look, it's Link."
We'll address that in a second.
She said Link. She didn't say Zelda. She said Link.
Awesome.
So I would like to point out
All
Like
right,
she's
Hey.
7.
here goes.
the person in here who is the biggest retro piece of shit just said gross to a retro game store.
Rock 30?
Yes.
because they can't find the games I look for.
Did I show you the
You
price?
ask them for it. They'll special order it.
Yeah, they will.
They told me they cannot.
For which one?
I don't remember the game that I was trying to get, but they
I know
just
what-
told me
Did
that
you try,
they could not.
What about that guy
He actually
in the
has
black
Where's that
hood?
at?
It's
Downtown.
you know the
There's a
right where the
website
bridge
that
is, where the Flatiron building is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he sells comics. And he actually has selling some older games, and
No,
he's got manga too.
It's another new
Oh yeah, by the way, I was looking at prices for
Maybe I can finally complete my Dragon Ball collection.
Marluxia site.
Because I've got the first 12 volumes over there, but there's like 30 volumes of Dragon Ball.
Cheapest
He might,
Marluxia site.
this dude just came in and said, "I'm selling my manga here,"
But yeah, the
or just kind of donated his manga to him.
did I show you guys the price of a game that I found there?
Which
it was
game?
a PlayStation 2 Jurassic Park Operation Genesis
At Rock 30.
at Rock 30 Games.
not Operation Genocide. We're not into that shit at that.
But Operation Genesis, it was a game that I loved so much that I refused to sell it even when I sold my PlayStation 2. I got it.
That's Kingdom Hearts for me.
I can't wait for next summer because that's when
Sure didn't
the
write
newest version of it is coming out.
Basically, the Jurassic.
The Jurassic World variant
So
of it.
this game is basically roller coaster tycoon.
You told me about it. Yeah.
I looked at. I found
think
it.
I had it on PC a long time ago.
I found it on. I found it at Rock 30 for PlayStation 2. $85. I was sitting there. I looked at it. I went, "Oh, Ace would love it if I got this. You know, it'd be so cool. Then we'd both be able to since we both have PlayStation 2s." Looked at the price. and went, "No, he can share mine."
$80.
$85
If it makes you feel any better,
because it's that rare of a game.
one of my favorite older games, Fire Emblem, the one for the GameCube.
Which one?
Oh, Path of Radiance.
Path of Radiance. It's like $100 and something.
Let me ask my brother. That was my first game. That was my first Fire Emblem.
I also.
Huh?
Yeah. It's well,
Final
still
Fantasy VII
What's
was 150 for a full set.
Undo the
Yeah, that's dumb.
to unbar.
Yeah,
the way.
That's so over.
I had
It said we've
Final
already
Fantasy
done
VII,
some of it, right?
but when we moved the
Well, then,
the old fridge we
we'll
had,
just
which
have
was
to keep
broken out,
going.
and
Repair
that
the
one
journal's
in,
data as fast as we can.
you can ask your sister what happened to it.
Your
Because we had to
Majesty,
move that to the
I
side
think
to get the
Sora
fridge
just
out the
might
door,
reach the next
and we
world.
heard a crack as we moved it.
That was in the game?
Disc 1 is the one that cracked. The other 4 are
I'm as
fine.
great as you are,
It's
Donald.
disc 1,
But
and
right
that
now,
is $50
our best
alone.
hope is fixing up the
Because that's the
journal.
most common disc. Right.
No,
No.
it's kind of bullshit that Final Fantasy VII is
Oh,
$150.
look at all these
For
That game is-
PlayStation 1.
It's way too overrated.
But for PC, it's
I can
70.
hear you.
Yeah.
But where'd the town
And
go?
also, it's
That's having the physical copy. The physical copy is the rare one, which is why it's more expensive.
but still, that game's way too overrated. It should not be on.
I think it has an appropriate amount of hype, but I'm not a Final Fantasy fanboy, and that's the one that I actually.
I've only ever heard. I've heard of all of them. I've only ever played.
I don't know much about what's
15.
going on. What I
I've
do know
watched
is
That's a
bit
far
of
cry
seven.
from the rest of them.
I've
It
watched a
really
bit of
is.
seven.
right here.
In
all honesty,
gameplay,
though,
it's a far cry.
That's what I'm saying.
But storytelling is what Final Fantasy.
I actually prefer the more free roam combat rather than turn-based.
See, that's why I'm looking forward to the remake of 7,
If I do
because,
that,
as
then
you
I'm
told
just
me,
gonna
it's going to be more
blast it off
Kingdom
into the
Hearts
unknown again. Won't
combat
I?
versus Final Fantasy 15,
I'm good
which
with
the
that.
reason why I quit playing
Yeah,
that game
I'll help in any way
is
I
the
can.
combat,
I'll
and
go and track down whatever it is that you need me
The only
to
time
do.
I've ever been excited for Final Fantasy VII is when they announced the remake, and I found out that it was going to be Kingdom Hearts like for combat.
Which makes sense.
The Heartless.
They have the people in there. You might as well.
Yeah, no, the Final Fantasy VII cast is actually pretty much the biggest part of the Final Fantasy cast.
But anyway,
Because Aeris, Tifa, and Cloud are all big parts of the series.
yeah.
the
Clothes are done.
Have we met?
Who,
On the
me?
website that I
I'm
used
Sora.
to buy
And you?
I can't
Well,
talk to her
I mean,
because
technically, well,
What's wrong?
Oh,
He's also
I really
in
don't know
8,
why, but
so,
I've heard
which
from
I also have up there.
but that was my point. Like, he's a big part too. But he's a
why is the Cheshire Cat Pooh Bear?
What are
Yeah.
you saying?
He's always in the
That she
cartoon
has
version.
amnesia?
Well,
I'm not a
The
fan
original
of it either.
actor passed away, and so I guess Cummings.
Things have become quite buggy.
That's one of my biggest fucking
That's-
issues with
that
this is that
irritates me.
yeah, it's
Like,
so fucking
that-
disconnected.
Well,
If that's true,
I mean, he
I
also
gotta
plays
find
the
the
snake
keyhole
in Jungle Book.
and make this world okay.
Like, that's essentially evil Pooh. That's it.
But that at least in that,
I believe
like,
I saw one somewhere.
I could at least. I'm young enough that I could separate the two.
Mhm.
Hearing Pooh's voice come out of the Cheshire Cat makes no fucking sense.
No, it really doesn't.
See, for me, I grew up
It was
watching
similar, but
these
it's
games.
way.
This is the only exposure to Alice in Wonderland I had.
No.
So
Cheshire
Jim
Cat
Cummings
is
has always been
so
Cheshire
fucking.
for me.
Cheshire is supposed to be a lot more.
What's
More
an
like
English?
him.
Yes, actually, you're right.
It's supposed to
It's
be a
all
lot
like
like
him
him
from
from
Powerpuff
Powerpuff
Girls.
Girls.
I also hated him, so I mean,
No,
this is
but
better for me.
no, but
Hello, girls.
Or echoey.
No, just kind of that same tone. Not really echoey.
he did have an echo.
I'll be back in
Yeah,
a sec.
him had an echo. But Cheshire Cat doesn't have an echo. He's
Could
he's
this
much
be an
more.
inkling?
he's a straight
I'm gonna
psychopath.
find
Yeah.
that website that I used to buy
That's
to
right.
find buy new and old
What was
old
my
games.
name?
Because I can't find out.
Oh, if I could
Uh,
only.
See, I think I'll just go with
Maybe
the
it's Alice?
Oh,
spot buying a physical copy of PlayStation 1
I mean,
when I don't have a way to record it.
maybe in the future when we have like a few thousand subscribers and we're raking in the dough.
Yeah, then maybe get the original version of Fantasy.
Do you have any idea where you might have
My
seen
phone
it?
just all of a sudden.
Let me think for a
His
moment.
Wi-Fi doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
We're streaming based on fumes and broken
Had a
discs.
sort of
Yep.
Sweet. I have a lot.
It's actually just the power of my mind. That's why the connection is really bad.
And his mind is filled with fumes and broken dreams.
Which is fed from me.
Just a smidgen of memory.
Self-deprecating humor.
Okay.
So if I keep on giving her inklings, she'll
Or humor
eventually
songs.
remember where she saw the keyhole.
Just the silence after
Where
I
can I
said
find
that.
more inklings?
Perhaps
We haven't taken anything in from this game, and that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fucking fine.
There's
we
nothing
took
to
nothing
take in.
What's going on
guys.
right now is that it's explaining the gameplay that you would have had if this was a game still.
No,
Now
see,
it's-
here, we understand
More
something.
stuff to help
The fact
you
that Cheshire Cat
Just stay
is
right
now
It's
played by Pooh Bear.
Much to
And that
everybody's
is
disdain.
as
Cheshire
disconnected
Cat.
as the cat's head from his body.
Cat.
hurt. Our world still aches. And your next road still awaits.
Would you tell me what you want?
Next thing you'll say Santa's not real too.
That wasn't even caught on stream, so you going, it's just completely out of context.
Jiminy?
Which
Like,
one was the best?
Like 90% of the stuff in our stream was that week where Ace wasn't being recorded.
Mickey's father-in-law's.
A witch who changes memories.
Yes, that's right.
My dad
Or,
actively
is that your
does
second
that
journal,
kind of
Jiminy?
stuff.
Are you?
All the strange occurrences taking place in these worlds are about the first journal in which Thank Nominee was written. But as far
Oh,
as
God.
I can tell,
Oh,
the
please
second
don't
Oh,
you have
God.
pictures.
just
I want
I
to see.
hated dress-up people.
Are you thinking now?
I hated
have
people in
something to do with
costume.
it?
And you
hated-
punched him in the dick.
Well, I can't
I
be
ran in
absolutely
that
certain, but I have a feeling that that
I
may be
practically
what's
cried
going
when they
on.
forced me onto the
What
lab.
about that
Who was
picture
that
there?
anyways?
Guess we better wait.
Holy
and see what
shit!
happens.
What, dear?
Sorry, we were talking about older games, so I decided to see, because I said $85 at Rock 30, and I thought that was high.
Of course.
I've been a scratch copy. Guessing.
Well, I'll give you the first one, which doesn't seem so bad.
I remember.
eBay,
Let's
Xbox
I
used.
was in a field of
$21.75.
flowers when I saw a rabbit
That's not
in my
bad.
coat.
So
He seemed
regular
to
or
be
full
in an
price
awful
game
hurry.
for
I chased him into a burrow
Yeah.
and fell down
normal
a
buy.
very peculiar hole. That's
Amazon.com for PC, $399.
Asked the Cheshire Cat how to get home.
Electro eShop for PlayStation 2, $233.
Yeah, see, that's why I say Rock 30
The
still.
Queen's
And
castle was where I
57
saw
cents.
the keyhole.
This is the one that's really
great.
good. I don't know if you heard
Remember
of it.
everything, don't you?
That's how much it is on.
Yes.
Plus
And
$6.96.
it's all because of you.
Like, I don't know how much, if you heard the 300 and
Yeah.
200.
Sora, would you like me to show you
From-
the way to the castle?
Bonanza,
Yes.
whatever it is.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Bonanza.
It's a lesser used site.
What, Bonanza?
Through the keyhole.
Final Fantasy VII Misprint,
And with it,
Black Label and Factory Seal, $2,099.90.
And who
are
Misprint, Black Label, and Factory.
Please excuse us, Your Majesty. We just need to look around.
Stop there! All of the ways here are my
Oh,
ways.
your phone doesn't click the zoom.
Only I decide who gets to look around or a square.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're just in quite a hurry.
Yeah.
Not likely.
It just looks like a normal
Silence!
copy of the game.
Is it just me or does Alice sound like Starfire from Teen
A
Titans?
little bit, yeah. But anyways, Bonanza. PC,
Please, Your
used,
Majesty,
free
we haven't
shipping,
done
no
anything
tax.
wrong.
A
1,002
lie
Because
about
it's the same girl.
More
What?
proof
It
can't
is
look
her.
here.
thieves who made off with my
Yeah,
memory.
$1,200.
Come on, it wasn't our fault. It was the bugs.
So that's
Wait,
how
was it
you
Jurassic
did
Park
it, is
too?
that it? You and an army of insects.
Your
Oh no,
Majesty,
it's okay.
there's no
It's
evidence.
Steel has now devolved into doing shopping.
No,
No, he's
it's not.
researching.
It's actually it's the mobile game.
Oh no! Sora!
Which wasn't bad. It's just not. Like after a while,
Do you
it just
remember where
stopped
you saw
working.
it? Is the keyhole here?
Most mobile games do that. After so long, they just kind of
Like it was working. The problem is that the version that I could use was no longer being supported because the newer stuff had come out with the games come out.
You should escape
And
while
I
you
couldn't.
can.
I can't stop viewing Alice's Starfire now.
And I mean, she has the same sort of attitude towards life.
Well, didn't the original actress like pass away?
She may have. She was also the original actress.
Well, I know she reprised her role for Kingdom Hearts 1.
I'm looking into it.
That's good. Looks like Sora got another world repaired.
Looks like Mickey needs to get a better TV.
Just like we thought. Another line showing up in my journal. There are more hurts than the one you have just undone.
Gorge. That must mean the door's still locked.
Undo the hurt to unbar the way. I guess there are other worlds in the journal that are still gonna need our
So I've
help.
been watching some gameplay of
I wonder how Sora is doing.
Evil Within 2. Because I only watch people play games that I'm interested in, but I don't want to play myself.
See, I could not get into the original.
That's because it is.
Same here.
What?
Got you now.
Yeah, I just said it is the same voice actors.
Are you the
in
one
this
behind
one,
these glitches?
but not as the original one from.
This world has been
But,
connected.
anyways, so
Memory and reality now stand.
I've been watching gameplay of it, and
It's time for
Evil Within 2.
One
One was awful, but I watched Chrome play. Chrome play?
Oh.
Yeah.
But at one point in the story, they talk about how putting somebody in the system generates like 100 terabytes of
How are
power.
we gonna find out who
I want
he
you guys to realize that is about a million.
Sora will catch him.
Or not
Then we'll know
terabytes.
for sure.
Terabytes is data.
Yes.
Isn't joules the electric unit?
No, it generates that much data. Like,
Oh, okay.
that much data transfer or whatever.
Oh, she's still kicking.
Oh, she is? She just didn't come back for this game? I don't blame her.
That voice.
79 years old.
Is that you?
You got 10 minutes.
I was just following that guy and...
Fight him, Kane.
Fight him.
There, on the monitor.
Fight him.
Ooh.
No.
Huh?
Exabyte, that's what it was. Anyways, basically,
Inception!
everybody connected to the system in that game generates 100 exabytes worth of RAM, basically. I want you guys to realize that is about 1,000,000 terabytes.
Oh,
That's a lot of
so
fucking dead.
Are you saying that
I mean-
one Sora is 1,000,000?
Not quite. Much
No.
like Soul.
Not what I'm saying at all.
I'm just zeros and ones.
I will
like somebody
stab
you
your
know.
shit.
Memories.
Can't
from
get off
Jimmy's
this
journal.
shit, man.
But when they were pulled
Yeah, what
apart,
is
you
what is up with
back
you and your
together,
obsession with shit?
bugs appeared.
I don't
It was
know. I
these
just have
bugs
it.
that kept the book from being completely restored.
Hi!
That was random.
Possible vessels to protect
That
the
happened.
data.
Yeah.
Am I? Do
I
you have
was
the
chosen for the
shit?
journal's pages.
Oh, you finally
The
got
full
into the
set of
best?
memories was transferred inside
No,
me
Yeah,
he's
well,
got a lump.
to shield them
His
from
son
corruption.
died from throat cancer. I'm assuming
So,
it
in
just
a
took
way,
more longer.
what I really am is Jiminy's journal.
You're my journal?
on the bright side,
Hmm.
lumps don't for sure mean anything.
I know, but
Like I have lumps because
I
my
took
lymph
the
nodes
liberty
swell
of
up.
importing all of you
Are they lovely ladies?
to help solve the mystery of this entry.
Right. And then I had that.
You really
And then I
had
had that
honest.
lump that actually did turn out to be something.
No, I have one right here. It's never gone back down since the first time it swelled up. I can kind of it still.
yeah.
I have a lump, but I don't really get excited.
An escape?
Go to work. Go to work.
I fear now. Is he a reader?
He greets people with his
No,
name.
he's an overnight cashier.
But he does greet people with his name.
He does.
Well, Sora's here with us, and Chip and Dale are out there looking in.
Rescue Rangers?
Goofy is the smartest individual in all these games.
Right?
Just like Riku said.
He just thinks on a higher plane.
Yuck.
That God
Maybe
Kush
you can
play.
tell us. Is there any way for us to
Always
get
bringing it back to the God Kush. That is going to be
so much more sense now.
It does actually.
No,
it does.
no. Not for what you said, but it
Got his hat. Oh, no.
He doesn't. That's all.
No, the
true. Then there
the
won't
thing
be any
is
way out
that
You gonna take your hat tonight or no?
Rescue Rangers.
If you make that joke every time they say the name, I'm going to stab
The
you.
real world has been totally
Hey.
covered.
Do it!
Hey,
End my misery!
you know who else is in this
hey,
game?
you can't do self-depreciating humor. Only I
If
can.
we
Who
repair
else
that
is in this
link,
game?
Ace isn't here, I have to make up
Essentially.
somehow.
At least you
of course. That's if these bugs are.
I mean, he might. You don't know.
Look!
I'll stab her in the corn.
I don't
What?
understand
I'm
it all,
buggy.
but basically,
Hurry, hurry, grab it! Grab the Keyblade! Smack her!
Stab her shit.
That one's not for Heartless.
That was not for
I mean,
stabbing
technically,
shit.
they're all for Heartless. None of them are for or against anything.
True. True.
All of them are a weapon to be wielded by the person in question.
right. See you.
Riku
It's just
You know, how badass would that be for a Heartless team?
I mean, technically, one does. When you fight Negative Sora the first time in Japan's ship, he uses a Shadow Keyblade.
That voice.
Not a legit Keyblade. It's more like.
But
part of
he's
the
not
story.
Heartless.
I don't know.
He's
There's not
literally
much going on.
sort of Shadow.
Oh, look.
Yeah, but it's close.
It's close, but it's still not Heartless.
We're actually getting into why I like this level.
Then, if my findings are good, that'll take you to the world's core.
I feel so bad for you, Peppers. I want to give you.
By the way, this goes by so much more quickly when I'm not just watching it.
It's as easy as that.
Right?
I was
Because we haven't watched it.
Well, it's still a snail's pace. It really is.
Oh, no,
Like,
I'm sure
in
it
all
is.
honesty,
I think Miss
watching
Gill
the
and I have actually been watching
recap,
it
you would
all
be
now.
done with the
Yeah.
recap by now.
I mean, to be fair, you two are the two who really need to be watching it. So, because he kind of knows the story.
Your
already.
search for that world's keyhole brought you to the lobby of the
like we've said
Colosseum,
before,
where you met Phil.
you really
Hercules
only
had
need
gone
to
off
watch
to
the last like
investigate the
20
cause of the
minutes of
bugs
this.
and hadn't returned.
That's really it.
I've been catching bits
Which
and pieces.
we
I'm
would
an introvert.
we would totally
I didn't quite-
skip to the last 20 minutes of the stream and just watch that, but or the last 20 minutes of the movie and just watch that. But that would make for a boring stream.
Knowing you had to stop the evil
But
Hades,
next stream, we start one of the best games in the franchise. Some argue it is the best.
Ash actually argues it's the best.
Except Birth by Sleeper.
Yeah.
I appreciate the story more than 2, but the gameplay is just so much better in 2 for me.
I don't like the deck system.
I actually really like the deck system,
I mean,
but
I
they
kind
messed
of.
with it too much in the in the demo for 3.
It's Cloud!
I don't like it as much.
I kind of like it, but at the same time, it's like I would also rather go back. Like if you could mix it a little better with how 2 works, it would be amazing.
From what I'm seeing from the previews or from the trailers of Kingdom Hearts 3, that is what they're doing. They're mixing the 2 systems.
I'd like to point out that this is literally proving that Cloud is as good as a demigod.
I mean, Cloud technically is a demigod.
Yeah.
I don't know
In his own canon, he
So
technically
is the last 20 minutes of this movie gonna make me feel things like the last one did?
Oh god, no. God, no.
God, no? Are you gonna stab his shit
7?
too?
Yeah.
7 was actually the last canonical Final Fantasy where
name.
the protagonist was like this weird demigod-like ultimate
Because I'm tired of having feelings with that guy.
or
Hey.
chosen one.
Axel isn't a bad guy.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, Axel actually wasn't a bad guy. He was
He
neutral.
really wasn't.
He was
He wanted his friends back, goddammit.
He was chaotic neutral?
He was actually more.
He was
neutral.
Really more chaotic
he was actually more neutral good.
I missed it.
As long as it pertains to his friends, he'll do what it takes.
So he was a good guy, he just was in a bad crowd.
Yeah.
In 2, he spent a lot of time trying to make sure Naminé stayed alive and Naminé was safe.
You couldn't even
And trying to get
long enough for me
Roxas
to
back.
mangle his
But
Musaka.
Then he eventually just realized that.
Are you the one
Dude, I was
He
so
likes Sora, too.
I was so heartbroken when he was like,
You know, I wish I
I
could
miss
take
you,
credit, but
Roxas.
this time you got the wrong guy. Then who
that
did?
scene was in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Sorry, Wonder Boy, but this maze
She wasn't there for
has
it.
a
Yeah.
keeper now.
Watch
But hey,
the
I'm
archives
not
of Kingdom Hearts 2.
I'll stay out of your way. I
There's a
mean,
really sad scene
was
after
it
the fight with
was
Roxas.
it the video that got deleted off of YouTube?
No.
Okay.
There's
That was
a really,
earlier. That was one of
really
the ones you were
sad scene
Get
after
back
the fight with Roxas.
Wasn't it?
No.
So long, Spike. Go find a bucket and kick it.
No, the video that got deleted, it was after Darts had started.
He basically just said, "Fuck you." In a nice.
Well, it got deleted after Darts started, but it was one of the earlier ones.
It was part 7. You were still there for that.
Hey, wait a sec. Gotta go.
Oh yeah,
He sounds familiar.
Hercules.
Hercules.
What's his
Young
problem?
Hercules, by the way.
I guess he's just another
Such a
victim of
nerd.
Hades' schemes.
Because he is a nerd.
That doesn't explain why his attitude
Jesus
stinks.
Christ.
But he's like a nerd that's like a he's a nerd that's
So
just
if it's not
gifted in
Hades,
sports,
who could
so
it
he
be?
became a
Not
jock.
sure I even know where to
No, he's not gifted in sports. He has
We have to do
strength.
something.
That's it.
Yeah.
He was
Otherwise, we're never
clumsy,
gonna
he
get out of
was
here.
uncoordinated and all this stuff.
Guess we go back to the beginning.
Which is
then.
why
He'd be
Come
great
on.
at football.
You can follow me.
He was the opposite of Cusco.
He would be Clark from that episode where Mitsubishi
As you and Clark
tripped him.
continued through the
He would
labyrinth,
kill someone.
You found Cloud, surrounded by heart.
You remember the exact episode I'm talking about?
I don't.
It's the one where Mitsubishi. I
Hey
can't
guys,
remember
the rest
his
of
Russian name.
But soon,
It's the
two
one
of
where
you
it's
found a way to reach
in
him
Smallville. The
and
dude who
found
can
it.
control people. He controls Clark and makes him trip, and he shatters someone's car.
I think he just shut him up for good.
Decided to help out.
Damn it.
Together.
I was hoping Nikki would just continue talking.
I think we've gone over this before, but does Cloud have a mechanical arm? I can't remember that.
No, that's just a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh
Everybody's
my
got
god!
such really good
Well,
life.
actually, I think he does
It's
have
Spot!
some kind of mechanical arm.
Because I don't
Just
remember
a
that
hand,
from
though.
7. I don't remember that from 7.
He does have that same gauntlet in 7.
Bad
Well,
dog.
not
Six.
spiked, but he's got that mechanical bit. It's like linking right here. Like maybe his hand and forearm got cut off, and they just replaced his hand. Well, replaced that bit of his forearm. But I don't know. In everything that you see
Why
in
was there
7.
3 blade slices when Hercules was
Hercules
using his
has a
fist?
sword.
Hercules does have a sword.
But he was using his fist.
He used a sword for that second, put it away. Just
Yeah, I know.
question.
He is actually where the old the Japanese thing came from, for like lightning quick slashes.
Oh, of course. You know,
Like,
the Greek
he
mythos has Japanese mythos logged in.
He ran home, grabbed his sword, used it, put it back, and ran back home and came back.
Alright,
That's why
Barry
he doesn't
Allen.
have.
Yeah, I was about to say fucking the Flash over
I
here.
think I know now how you make it as a hero.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, tell us, Sora.
How was the new season, by the
Something
way?
like,
I haven't seen any of it yet.
if you find yourself in trouble, make sure you're the one still standing. at the
What
end.
else does he play as?
Care to prove that?
Hercules in a different one.
He's played Hercules in House of Mouse. He's played Hercules a
I'll give you
lot.
this round, but not the mouse.
Okay.
What can I say?
House of Mouse is probably where it hurt him from.
Yeah.
Hercules.
You gotta
Like
tell
he was
me, how'd you
the-
A hero, a hero, a hero.
Hero. That's the job.
Hero, huh?
Definitely not the original
Coliseum
Hercules.
should be
is he?
No.
safe now.
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
We
he
better
wasn't.
go find
Was he? How?
He's probably pretty
What
worried.
do you mean, how?
Yeah.
How? That doesn't sound like the original.
How?
It's been a long time. since
Actually,
I've seen Hercules.
I am noting that it is very
Yeah.
similar to the
Been a long
That's
time.
why I was questioning it, not just outright saying it wasn't.
So,
As
Okay.
someone who just watched
So,
Hercules like a couple
Did he
months
play
ago.
Hercules in any of the other games?
All of them.
Really?
Told you.
Hercules does not sound like.
It does sound like his voice
age
is changed.
discrepancy.
Inside my mind.
From 97
When you got rid
to
of the
now.
bugs, you gave me deeper access to the memories
Oh,
associated
I
with
just
those
think
worlds.
he forgot how to do
The things I saw
Guys.
Hercules.
They
God,
travel. They
the
travel in single
shown
file.
up on your monitor.
But they're not.
Guys, I'm deeper in the system.
Well, what do you know?
Riku's hacking.
Those memories came from
It's a
deep
Unix
Essentially,
system.
this is
It's
Inception.
really no wonder
It's a
we're
Unix
Essentially.
system.
They don't belong to any of us.
I know this.
The
And
last
anybody who doesn't
time
get that reference
he
does
had-
not have enough
so
as much of a Jurassic Park love as I do.
the time between
Kingdom
Hearts 2
You didn't say the magic word.
That's
and
typical.
then he
That's
played,
Marvel stuff too.
and then this one was 2011. So 2006 to 2011.
Well, even in Kingdom Hearts 1, he didn't sound like the
I
original
want to watch a
Hercules.
Jurassic Park. Well, then that would have been.
Okay, so what I was
90s.
gonna say before is
No, sorry, 2001, which would have been just a couple of snippets, all the way up to 2002.
so Cloud was the last one
And
in
just doing small bits.
canonical Final
Before
Fantasy.
that, it was.
I jumped in here after you guys with a full
99,
blown
and that was an off-brand thing.
Right.
Well, okay, it was Hercules sequel. Apparently, there was a sequel.
Yeah, it wasn't
Shall I
that
channel
good.
my inner Joey? How you doing?
It was awful.
Even like I've seen most of the Disney
must mean
sequels.
he's up to no
I-
good.
that
Joey
one
doesn't
never
share
hit my
food.
radar.
Why is it so
Cloud
funny?
was the
That's
last
there was
for
protagonist that
you
was
don't want to
a-
see it.
It's
Cloud was the
I mean,
last
I even
protagonist that
watched
was
the
this
Atlantis
weird
sequel.
chosen one or some shit like that.
That's the only one I can
Every
find. Like,
every
I can't
other
find the
protagonist
original
afterwards
anywhere.
was like some random
It's-
person who just happened to become so
or-
strong.
Where did we find? Did we watch the original Atlantis on?
Working together, you
This is actually a great stream to talk about it. So you were wondering how all the Final Fantasies are
There's
connected.
rented, I think,
Yeah.
from
I can
PlayStation.
explain.
PlayStation.
I think PlayStation Rent is in
Rent what?
I'm not gonna rent
Atlantis and
Atlantis to watch it.
No good.
But anyways.
Probably Amazon would be the best one.
So
in my opinion, Treasure Planet is
Treasure Planet's amazing. I have been there.
Oh,
Treasure Planet is
I
good.
think
I actually
I
watched
think I
everything.
also have the
See, I wish
VHS
I
one
wish
as
that they
well.
would do more of those.
I don't think they're gonna bring Treasure Planet in 3, which
No,
makes
it
me
was
so
so good.
sad.
If that would be
It has
amazing,
a
though.
villain that literally is only a villain due to opportunity.
But his victory
Like,
didn't
the
last
fact
long.
is that it's easier for him to stay the villain than for him to try to be a good person.
Yeah. So
Hold on.
what?
Unfortunately, with Atlantis, Treasure Planet, and Lilo and Stitch.
Didn't Disney
Where
lose
do you
the
think
rights
you're
then
going?
too?
No, they
Nowhere
were
with that
made
lamp.
in Atlantis, Treasure Planet, and Lilo and Stitch.
No, they still are under Disney.
Yeah. But they were under a subcategory in their, rather than their Hollywood studio, it was a Florida studio, which they eventually shut down.
Why did Aladdin have
It's
this
where they
whole
put the
thing
sequels
anyway?
and stuff like that.
Which is really sad because
the treasure
they
I
were
found
three
in the
very
Cave of
amazing.
Yeah.
See, the way I want
Lilo and
Stitch
Stitch
and
isn't as
Yeah,
good as the
Lilo
other
and
two.
Stitch got a
I won't
lot
say,
of
I won't
stuff,
say that it.
but you won't see it in.
I won't say that it's
Well,
bad.
Stitch is in here, and he actually does have a world in the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He actually does.
Like,
okay.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
that good of a world.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not the
My friends
best
call me Sora.
one that I've ever seen, but
Al?
it is so
Is it
much better
Aladdin?
than most Disney.
Oh yeah.
Aladdin,
Like all
But-
three of
he
them, in my
can't move
opinion.
because Jafar stopped time. so
It
he's gotta
doesn't hold a
stop.
candle to
Who are you?
giant of the Disney
Yeah.
movies like Aladdin or
Yeah. But that's like comparing.
What the fuck?
That's like comparing.
You have a ghost, yeah.
That's like comparing a skyscraper to the pyramids of Giza.
Well, see, with the other two ones that you mentioned, those ones stand up, and depending on the person, they are better than
Literally,
the giant.
the pyramids of Giza and they all literally stand up.
Hey,
Right up.
what's with the face, kid?
No, but it's like the pyramids of Giza. You know, took a lot of time, took a lot of patience, and it came out to be something cool,
I
spectacular.
want so bad to pull it.
Whereas a skyscraper is something that
I don't know why.
They're
at this
like
point, it's easily
80,000.
built,
You're not gonna do
but
that.
it's still something that's most amazing.
Sure,
It's stylish.
What do you think of your new, totally phantom?
Oh yeah, this is actually a really neat idea
You did it.
of how he fucked
So
with
that means
it.
time unfroze for Aladdin.
Sora
and
is the
everyone else,
master
right?
of the
Oh,
land.
sorry.
Yeah.
Little problem.
Yeah.
Only
Anyways,
the one
Little
so the Void, Final
do that
Fantasy.
kind of spell.
The Void is what connects all the worlds of Final
No
Fantasy.
way.
They are all connected by the Void. The Void is this other plane of existence that connects them, kind of. It's like space.
I should have been a lot more
It's kind of like they all exist in the same universe, but on different planets.
Don't say that. I didn't
Kind
know
of.
all the rules.
But
I just start making wishes with no guidance.
there are a few things that can travel the Void, can traverse the Void. One of which is Moogles. That's why you see Moogles in every game. It's also
How about another
theorize that Kingdom Hearts is connected to the same void because of movement.
I do need help.
Next time Stitch
I
makes
know what
his
I want
appearance
for
in
my
like
next
Kingdom
wish.
Hearts, I want him to be like
I
the
wish
old
for you to
like
take me
those
to the
Disney
village.
cartoons,
The
the commercials where he just kind of makes an appearance in the world. Like,
That's kind of how his summon works too. He's just on the screen. He's not an actual entity in the world.
He's just there.
He's self-aware. He crawls on the camera.
That's awesome.
Pretty fucking great.
Actually, that's a way to fucking cheese Lingering World is to use Stitch.
Yes.
Because every time you're low on health, he stuns the anime and gives health orbs back.
It's also pretty much the only way to cheese some of the fucking tournaments where you have to get ridiculous fucking
Shouldn't
scores.
even exist in the datascape.
Because
From
everything that's dropped there has changed. The
Prize
score
orbs instead of
He must have found a way to
So
the
you're
one
just
commercial, I remember
constantly
there
at
was
low
also the
health,
Beauty and the
and
Beast one where
he's
he's crawling on the
constantly
ceiling.
doing that.
We know he didn't
I
have
did like
access to
Lilo.
the
I like
yeah.
I liked all the Lilos.
I'm going back to
Leroy
my
and
roots.
Stitch.
another way for
That one was actually my favorite.
Leroy?
Yeah, there was a Leroy.
That was actually my favorite because I liked the evil
So
Stitch.
Leroy.
625 or 60? No, 625 is Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
627.
But I'm still gonna
Yeah.
repeat.
Yeah.
I think he's actually the
Gotta come up
opposite
with a
numbers.
plan in case something happens.
I think he's. I know it was Hem.
I have just what we need.
Hamburg.
I know what
Hemlock.
the plan is.
No, it was the hamster villain that ended up
With help from the genie,
that
you
replaced the
avoided
actual
Jafar's
hamster.
traps. And
Spoilers for Lilo and Stitch.
How old is that movie?
Okay. So
Like
by
more than
the-
10 years.
Yeah.
He had the
By
upper
Good.
hand.
the
He still
third
possessed
movie,
the power of
Antu,
the magic
well,
lamp.
I think during the
Making
series,
his final wish,
Antu switched
Jafar
sides,
transformed himself into a
and
genie.
the new
The TV series was kind of shit.
He
I
disappeared.
kind of liked
there
it.
was
It
a
was
couple
fun.
okay episodes.
It was fun.
It was enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, but there is no rewatch value.
So are we gonna talk about Stitch's love interest?
Oh yeah, with his own cousin. I shipped that girl a little bit.
Hey, let's be fair here. There's like 100 experiments between them.
Look, kids don't actually.
They
put
share
two and two
very
together
few
with
chromosomes.
Exactly.
It has won you nothing.
Their kids have a moderately increased chance
You mean
to be
her?
fucked up.
Hey, they're already mutants. It'd just be part of the family. Just go to Alabama.
Anyways, as I was saying with the Void, other beings that can traverse the Void involve. I don't know if you've ever played a Final Fantasy that had him as a boss.
Not kidding about the
A boss, but
Boss.
Gilgamesh.
Attacks can hurt him, but Jafar's a genie now.
Gilgamesh is a recurring boss in the series. He takes people's souls, basically. He collects swords.
Okay, he was mostly a bad guy in the thing.
Okay, what about the fucking clown from I think 6?
Stand still, you bothersome brat.
I think it would have been hilarious if he grabbed one of the.
I've played every Final Fantasy, but most of them are a long time ago.
Okay, he's one of the most famous villains in Final Fantasy. He essentially becomes God. The final boss is while you're fighting the different.
Yes.
The final boss is you're fighting Mary and then Angel and then Tom. It's a 4-stage fight.
Oh, and then there was that
Kefka.
crossover with
Kefka,
Impossible.
He is not one of the ones that can traverse the Void.
He's
beaten
that one. Man, I want to watch Impossible.
No, I know,
so
but
bad.
I'm saying. I'm assuming he probably could if he was left to his own devices.
Gods can traverse the Void, that's why Lightning from 13 can do it. She eventually becomes a god.
Another reason to hate that game.
Which one?
Final Fantasy 13. In 13.3, Lightning basically becomes a god. She's one of the people who can traverse the
I
Void.
hate it when the main character becomes that. Like, well, no, because I hate overpowered characters. I do, even though I play one in my main campaign of PvP. But it's okay in that because the things he fights is so much stronger than him.
Sora, you leaving already?
Like, I have a 1% chance of winning every
It's
encounter.
like the reason,
Leroy
it's the reason why
and
Superman is not technically a
The
gangster.
original Superman I like.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
he's
saying
a
that.
weak Kryptonian. But because he absorbs the power of the sun, he's stronger than most.
Yeah. I also like the fact that he's also like it's a weird way of it being put, but I like the fact that Lex Luthor is smart enough to find ways to counter
for something
Yeah,
good.
it's a natural thing. Yeah, exactly. That's why that works.
Exactly.
But if you're just having him fighting random villains,
yeah, it's kind of like with Batman.
Oh, it is the original or the sequel? Okay, good.
Like I know that Batman's overhyped, but I love the villains. Not so much Batman.
Oh, the villains are good for Batman.
They suit his personality.
Yeah, I mean, hell, and they're all smart too.
Yep,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
like Bane. Yeah, he might give a bad rap for being this big hulking idiot, but he is very intelligent.
Actually, no, the thing
it was for a little bit,
the thing is that Bane, the Bane that people would most recognize, the one in the movie, did not hold a candle to who he actually was.
Exactly.
He was a master scientist that learned how to boost basically steroid production in humans in order to make superhumans.
And that's where the Venom serum came from.
Also, Bane in the game sucked ass too.
Every commercialized version of Bane is disgusting.
By the way, my friend started playing even the Batman the animated series.
I love Mr. Freeze. This is gonna sound really terrible. I love the Riddler.
I enjoy the Riddler. He's not a main character, but that's what I liked about the Arkham games. They made him as this side thing that you gotta deal with occasionally. Which is essentially what Riddler is. He's not this main threat.
He's just trying to show that he's a superior mind to the greatest detective.
Yeah, but he always fails because he's...
Yes.
Okay, I gotta say though, in the 1960s,
drag all that you see into
I love the fact that Robin answers the question more often than Batman.
Because Robin is...
You okay?
By the way, when you said Venom, I totally got confused for a moment. I was like, Venom's an alien.
Riku!
Alien symbiote.
Oh, I know. Is it Venom or Titan?
What are you doing here in the
I think it's Titan.
Don't fully know.
I think it evolves into Titan.
But fun fact: Venom's real name is actually called Quintar or something like that. It's like the 1000th iteration of something called Quintar.
I also like that Venom is only evil based on the thing he's absorbing. Like, when he's absorbing Brock, he's more evil than when he was with Superman.
The whole thing about Venom is it basically disables people's inhibitions and then makes them act on it.
Yeah.
So Venom is
he just straight disables them. They act on it on their own.
Here's the thing, though, is that Venom, the big thing is that Venom does not mean the person is evil. There's been lots of times when Venom saves Spider-Man.
Yes.
Because, and this is usually the reason I want to be the one that kills you.
Well, that's Brock.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But Brock is the main
Venom.
Brock is my favorite Venom because he eventually becomes anti-Venom.
But seriously though, when
really he does? I thought that was some military dude.
No.
Does anybody remember the Nintendo 64 Spider-Man?
See, my favorite Venom is actually Carnage. How sadistic he is amazing.
This is the thing.
What is the original iteration of Carnage? It's some psychopath in those Carnage.
He is Brock's son.
Yes.
When Venom comes and breaks him out, a piece of Venom is left behind. And it merges with, I can't remember his name, blood, which is why Carnage is red instead of normal blood. No, he is, and it's amazing.
Do you guys remember the Nintendo? Like, did you guys ever play the Nintendo?
I have played
the first
every single Spider-Man game.
The first one I played was the original Spider-Man for PS1.
There's one part where Venom is fighting Spider-Man. What happens is that Doc Ock and Carnage team up to try to kill Spider-Man.
That would never happen.
No. I know it would never happen.
Over other people.
But it's fun. And so what happens is that Venom and Spider-Man at this point are teamed up. Venom goes, "It's time for a family reunion." Kicks Carnage out a window and follows him out. And that's when you fight Doc Ock. And then basically Doc Ock throws you through the window, and you face off Carnage.
See, here's the thing: Carnage is so much stronger than both Spider-Man and Venom.
Oh, no.
It takes them
It gets-
both
yeah.
to take them down, and they barely survive every encounter.
No, but that's like
There's the other 6.
Let me finish it. It gets better. You go off. You fight Carnage with Venom's help, and then afterwards, Doc Ock comes through, and Carnage does a symbiotic relationship with Doc Ock, and so it's Doc Ock and Carnage together, and so at that point, Venom's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out, and you have to run out of an exploding building, trying not to get killed by him, because that is all you can do is run.
Yeah.
It was the hardest fucking level I've ever played.
I think Carnage is the only one that is actually evil.
Carnage is the only one that's inherently evil, but partially because of who he's bonded with, but also the other 6 child symbiotes that Carnage creates are technically inherently evil.
Yeah. Well,
Suckers are just a bunch
those
of
ones are just
losers.
fucking monsters.
Siren especially.
By the way, I also like to point out Doc Ock is also a really cool villain.
Yes. He's a little bit overdone, but he's good.
No, it wasn't Ultimate Spider-Man. So look at the gameplay of it.
He's gone.
See,
That's a good one, by the way. Have either of you ever played Ultimate Spider-Man?
No.
Ultimate Spider-Man has Carnage.
But
You fight Carnage.
But the thing that I like about him is the fact that, and this is personally, I liked what they did with the original Spider-Man 2. I liked what they did with him.
The original Spider-Man 2?
The original
Like-
Spider-Man movie.
Oh, yeah.
I like how they did it.
That's actually the reason why I hate Spider-Man 2.
You're probably thinking one of the ones that
No,
just
but I like
Like,
it because it wasn't a situation. Like, they said why, like what it does. It's an AI that is trying to be self-improving. When it latches onto him and he removes the safety variant to it,
I really blew it this time.
basically starts to connect with the neural interface
Yeah, it was
of
Spider-Man.
the claws, which is why he can all of a sudden populate.
Oh, that's the original Spider-Man 2 on PS1.
I know I can find another way to
Spider-Man 2 was for PS2. Spider-Man 1 was for PS2.
And Nintendo.
Okay.
Sounds
This
good.
is the one I played.
Count me in.
Yeah, same. I like that one because of a boss you never see in any Spider-Man game is Mysterio.
That's weird.
Mysterio was a boss. He's one of my favorite ones from
That was my
actually
favorite one. It's actually a very secret boss. You have to climb into a window that you just find randomly in the city.
No way.
Yeah, out of like however many fucking buildings it is, there is no quest marker. There is no starting quest. Climb into that window and you're on the quest line.
I was going to do something else and I saw that open window and I was like, wonder what's in there. Boss fight!
I swung into the room on accident. Like I curved the building and I got distracted by something and Spider-Man was just in there. I was like,
we can find a way back. You'll just have
okay.
to find out one.
So I just continued on, and that was my favorite section.
That was also one of the last games where you could web play.
Worry.
Yeah.
Now it's time for me to show you what I
No, I think you still had to have a building.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was
the original Spider-Man.
A building.
The original Spider-Man. That was always the fun one. Like the one with Nintendo, where literally you were in these skyscrapers that apparently went above the ground, like above the cloud line. So if you fell, you just died. And if you flew on clouds above you, you just swung on clouds above you.
See, I like Spider-Man 3 for the suit.
He's gonna have to deal
Suit
with
mechanic
whatever
was-
Maleficent and Peter.
I actually really like the suit, the different suit outfits that you could have for the original too. I
can't remember what that was.
When that was when you had the symbiote.
Oh, and you could upgrade the 2 different suits. Yeah. Yep.
But the more you used the symbiote, the more it would take you over and the harder it would be to take it off. Which I really liked because I didn't realize it in the beginning of the game, so I've used the fuck out of the suit when it let you just switch between
Not a
the two.
great movie. Really good game.
Really fucking good game.
I had the handheld.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Now, to be fair, it was a gift from my dad, and I'm really sorry for him because I beat it within one day.
Yeah.
And I basically, I didn't want to make him feel bad for giving me such an easy game, so I was playing it without
The console
him,
was a bit different. It had a lot more in the comics.
I know, but the handheld was all that we could.
Spider-Man 2 is still better than 3, but that's because of how much side story and all this stuff you just...
Anybody viewing this now or in the future, you're welcome for subtitles.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Show yourself.
That's the reason I always put subtitles on.
Like 90% of it is just us talking. Not that this is important in any way whatsoever.
You tuned out. You tend to get distracted. I'm gonna put my legs on.
Wipe that smug look off your
There's
face.
a lot of freaking.
But anyways, what I was going to say in Ultimate Spider-Man, Carnage is different. He's still slightly similar, but he's very different.
Oh, Carnage!
What Carnage is in Ultimate Spider-Man is when they combine Venom with Spider-Man's healing. So Carnage was the combination of the two, rather than
which is why
one
Carnage
very
can
different.
easily beat Fantastic.
Well, what Carnage was in comics is a combination of Spider-Man's skills, because it was already from Venom to the other guy. But he also... It also got the strength of Venom, which is stronger than Spider-Man. And then it has this inmate who is ripped to all fucking hell. Like, this inmate was in there for a reason. He was a murderer. He was this horrible guy who had barely any inhibition to start with.
That means we can go.
That's why Carnage is so much stronger than Brock, because this guy could take down Brock.
It's this way.
But no, anyways, Brock does actually eventually become anti-Venom because of how much Venom was attracted to him, how much it used him as his host. He eventually got cancer.
Of course.
And through something else, I can't remember how he becomes anti-Venom, but basically the anti-Venom suit kind of cures his cancer as long as he's...
Thank you.
Well,
I would kill for Sora's Island.
Venom's first host is actually Deadpool.
Yes.
And it cured Deadpool's cancer.
Yeah.
Just outright.
But,
Danielle has her...
Like it was some weird thing with like the exposure to Venom. Something like he needs
overexposure to.
He needs anti-Venom to stay alive.
Anti-Venom.
Isn't that why he's called Venom? Because he is a poisonous creature if you use it too long.
Basically. Another cool thing about the symbiotes, Venom and Carnage in particular, because they're the two most common. Spider-Man's Spidey sense doesn't work against them.
Yeah, because it has all of his abilities, so it knows how to turn off.
Yep. It's a really cool thing that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Donald,
that's why there's such big threats to him.
It's because my
but he does get headaches when they're around because of his attachment to them.
So, since I finally watched Frame Roger Rabbit all the way through a few weeks ago, the scene with Donald and Daphne, when they're playing the piano on the fucking bar.
The dueling pianos.
This is the last time I work with somebody with a great impediment.
We kind of like getting messes.
You like it? But why?
That movie's so good.
In such a bad way.
I wish Warner Brothers and Disney would team up again to make another movie like that.
Nice movie trap.
No longer.
You don't need a keyblade, Sora.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, when those two work together, that was a fucking masterpiece.
That's Fox.
I know, but still.
Century.
But it's the same thing. Like they got more into movies.
That's one. Because Bugs Bunny steps out from this.
Hey guys.
But the point is, it's like they're more into movies nowadays.
Why are you saying that now, Sora?
I like the booby traps
still
too.
own Cartoon Network. I feel like I can do anything. It's
But I mean, we saw where that
They're
went.
ruining Cartoon Network.
I know they are.
That's why I said we saw where that went.
Who is?
Now,
Warner Brothers?
yeah, I know what we need to win. Some good old, not Teen Titans Go, some good old Teen Titans.
I mean, they should finish the fucking series. How about that?
I don't know how much of it I have, but I know I have some in there.
I want. That is one thing that I know.
Like, it's fine for them to go back to Teen Titans. How about you finish the series you already have before you fucking make another?
No. See, here's the problem. The people that revised it had no fucking clue about Teen Titans. They just saw the name and went, "Hey, let's do it."
And they were like,
And they literally were talking like, "Hey, let's do it, cause we're so cool."
They were apparently firebenders.
Yes. Cartoon Network, the three networks live together in harmony. Then
that's what happened to the two we
changed
didn't kill. They became the Cartoon Network's Teen Titans producers.
What?
We should have killed them. Who? The two firebenders we didn't kill. That's what they went on to do.
Oh.
They made Teen Titans go. We should have killed them.
We should have killed them.
Firebenders?
Too bad, guys. You didn't kill them. Guys, I got
Should have killed them. I tried.
I was trying to kill people, but Ace held me back.
Right.
They killed the damn oxen. I was trying to get revenge.
I apologize, world. I tried.
I'm sorry.
We're a sandwich.
Like, I know that you two aren't really worried about it, but for anybody who actually is trying.
What do I do now?
Did they die?
Huh?
Did they die?
Why the blazes would you
God,
risk
died.
your necks for a lump
The sad it was by my own hand.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
You guys made it, and that
Human life in his character means
because of
literally
something
nothing.
that should have showed up in the last episode but didn't, and now is going to be because the mission was.
Donald.
Some friend. He ain't nothing more than an empty shell.
I imagine it has something to do with Ace's new character.
No. No?
That's not
I
true.
mean, it's nothing that I can really get
Are
into
right here inside
they
us.
Right? Oh wait, I can't make you.
Ha!
God damn it,
I've
Ace.
already got a second character planned out if my character ever dies.
So what? I have actually two backup characters.
I have a character.
I know.
And me and Donald, we're always gonna fight for him too.
I haven't
That's
played video.
because
This is my
he's
first
in
time playing a
our
WoW.
hearts as much as we're inside of his.
I usually play rogues.
Huh?
I can
Sarks?
say this for sure.
I usually play rogues or roguish types.
Where are you getting the heart seat from?
Him or
Sword?
It's SORCER.
Cool. There is no hard seat.
She's saying Sork. Where are you hearing a hard?
At the end of Sork.
For some reason, I thought he said E. But no,
Yeah,
it's an abbreviation. It's a Sork.
source.
No,
Yes.
because
Source
it's not the
filmmaker.
source.
I don't give a shit.
By the way,
That's why I
going
hate
back,
the English
going back to
language.
the,
I
to the
hate it.
God's Squish that you said a while back. And I was saying
Alright,
that
let's
on a
back
higher
this
plane.
up 2 hours.
But
God's
you know,
Squish.
you know about the higher plane
Is it
and how people and how
the Keyblade?
their parents go into
Oh yeah.
the higher plane of thought.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're all high.
Laura, it looks to me
So the reference behind
has
that.
been changed somehow.
We went to my parents' church.
Which, if you
Mickey,
know me,
But
I
what
should
did
have
I do?
listened.
What was
Oh,
inside of
I
me?
used to walk down the center aisles of churches, get halfway, drop to my knees, and
I
yell
think a
at
new part
them.
of you has been awakened.
I'm actually banned from 3 churches.
The strength of heart.
But
An
we're,
old friend said
we're
to
like,
me,
you know, we're
"The
there,
heart
we're at the
is so
sermon.
much more than any
Just-
system.
I think my wedding was at the courthouse.
The
Exactly.
Keyblade we gave you before was one we created. It was nothing
And
but there.
um,
To tell you the truth,
we're
I
so
never expected it to
he's
have the
talking,
same kind
and
of
he
And
goes,
it's going okay.
yeah.
I can.
And if
I don't have a problem
Any
with.
substance.
I don't have a problem with the thought of churches because I think that anybody who has a who wants to have their opinion
You really
about
made a connection
the
with all of
afterlife,
us.
fine.
You've become
Just don't
more than
force
the
them.
system.
Just don't force it down other people's throats.
Yeah.
The power you have found.
Religion is like a
having
dick.
Yeah, religion is like a dick. It's fine to have one, but just don't whip it out in front of them.
Don't whip it out and shove it down people's throats.
Unless they ask for it.
Exactly.
Some people might be into that.
I mean, yeah, but that's their prerogative. They can. But don't just do it.
Also,
Yep.
back to this just for a second.
First
He
19,
now has
don't do
a
it.
real Keyblade.
I've been searching
Yes,
all over.
he actually does have a real
trying to
keyblade.
find
They
a way
destroyed
to
the
fix
fake one he was
other
using.
bugs.
This is a
Everything
true
looks like
Keyblade.
it's okay.
A fake heart is using a true Keyblade.
Conjuring up a new Keyblade just ain't fair. Maybe it's time
Yeah,
for me to make a
that,
strategic
it does make sense.
trade.
No way!
And it looks just like Sora's, but it's not actually his.
Yeah.
Right now!
I've about had it with the lot of
It's kind of like how Shion's and Roxas's look like Sora's, but they aren't actually his.
Again, I wonder what happened to King
Sora's
Kiki.
is just, this is the default. We don't know what your personality is because you're bland as rocks.
But anyway, just jumping back quickly.
Well, actually, that would actually make a lot of sense. The users personalize the kingdom keys to their personality.
Yeah.
I need to do
And Sora just hasn't. Well, technically, he does do that in the game. He gets all these different keyblades because they're different things.
Yeah.
Which would make sense as to if every keyblade looks like that as a base. It's just when you exchange it out, and it's clear that you can exchange the keychain out.
Yep. It has a little key lock.
Yeah. I've never actually thought about that before.
Anyway,
So that keyblade looks like that.
Yeah.
Jumping back a little.
Just remember, you're never alone.
It was going okay.
When you get hurt, it
And
hurts us
then
too.
Reacher
Sora, you're
decided
always a
to
part of our
say,
team.
we are on a higher plane of thought
back
than
safe
those
and
of the
sound. I
mortal
promise you
scientists, for we are with God.
And then I went,
And I went.
no. I held his hand. I held his hand
She,
quickly. Like,
she held my hand, and I just looked down, and I couldn't stop chuckling. I just sat there going,
It's the end of the road.
I would have at that point literally just stood up in the middle of the church and went, "I'm done."
Here's the
That's
thing.
why I'm trying to keep him
See, here's the
doing.
thing. Her parents were there. I had to try and make a good impression.
Here's the thing. A lot of science is starting to back up some of the stuff in the Bible. That's the thing. It's like science and religion is not exclusive.
There's a reason why many of the world's most renowned scientists throughout the entire time of history have been devout religious people.
Yeah.
The only reason why Darwin went away from religion was because he thought that it was unfair that his daughter be killed. That he thought that if there was a God, that shouldn't have happened.
Well, it's not that it shouldn't have happened. It's
Unfair.
I don't know if there is a higher power or not, but I do believe something made everything. Like it's like think about how a book is made. It has to have intelligent thought going into it because it's too complicated.
My thought on the matter is it's a pretty simple one. Something kickstart. Okay. Basically, there is a point when we can no longer answer what happened before. When it gets back to, you know, space, what came from space, like what came from life, this, what came from this, that, all the way back to the Big Bang. Even the Higgs boson doesn't get that much further back. But if you go, you know, further back from that, what put that there? That's like, and so what I think happened is that the Higgs boson was actually a cue ball. It's actually a cue ball that smacked into into a particle and it caused the Big Bang. And it caused the Big Bang. Is that something kicked it off, and then they went, yeah, we can leave this for a few million years, and then went off to do like some stuff.
Please.
Like,
can't you hear what we're saying to you?
Which they could do now because the Big Bang.
Exactly.
Destroy me. What?
There's also no guarantee that what we know as the universe is the end, because there is a void out past the farthest reaches of stars that we cannot see.
Well, yes, because our known universe is based around the Big Bang expanding until it finally catches up with itself, and it'll then start to contract itself.
But the only time I've been to church is it was at a Lutheran church. They're not as like uppity as
No.
huge cat. It was a
Lutherans are-
non-denominational.
Yeah. Lutherans are very acceptable.
I'm trying to remember which one is Lutheran, or there's also a different version that's very
There's
close to it. I don't remember what it's called, but that one is very uptight.
No, that's a different one.
Lutherans
are
I
very
know.
late.
No, I'm saying Lutherans, and then there's a parent religion that's more uptight.
It might be Marxism.
It sounds similar to Lutheran.
No, Lutheranism came from Marxism.
Do you think?
Latter Day?
Something. It's another church.
Church of Latter Day Saints.
There's another one in town I know that's just super uptight. It's my mom's religion, but my sister's
Unless we
religion.
get rid of the bugs first.
Lutheran is a form of Christianity, right? Or is it Catholic?
I don't remember.
They're all,
No.
there's
Okay,
all
no. What it is
together.
that there is the complete umbrella known
So if
as
I debug
Christianity.
him,
Yeah, Christianity.
That is the
right.
belief that Christ is the Messiah. It goes and splits itself
Christ?
into
Hey,
what we
yeah.
know as
Look.
Catholicism
Faith religion.
and Christianity.
See,
Christianity then got split up and went to Protestantism and Christianity, and then it went into
but if a friend needs me
Lutheranism,
there,
Marxism,
I'll be there.
non-denominational and Protestantism, and
Protestant.
and Catholicism.
So, see,
Yeah.
we were baptized Lutheran,
okay,
but that's not what me and Art believe
Pentecostal.
anymore.
That's the one.
We just try to.
So my
I
granny
think I'm more
is
agnostic than anything.
So
I'm
normally,
agnostic.
so most.
I
Yeah.
I cannot
Thanks,
prove or
guys.
disprove anything.
Are you
there.
full?
See, I'm not intelligent enough on
Human.
religious means
Humanist?
to
That one.
choose what
So
I
you're
Here's
Yeah.
Belief.
you don't have enough to prove or disprove.
Exactly. Like,
Belief
I
is
want to
basically-
believe that there's something there, something after life, but
Yeah.
Spirit.
But
I
I can't.
can't.
Yeah, it's
I can't
I'm
confirm
more
it.
I'm more of a I need physical proof. But and then
then
whenever
you would
whenever
probably be
people say
closer
that,
to.
You see,
well,
you're-
not physical
each
proof, but I mean,
one
like,
of us is a different agnostic belief, but we're all agnostic.
we're all different levels
Sure
of
is
ignorance.
And then she's.
Is this really the inside of
I know,
her?
I just-
By the way, you might think this is the end right here.
No.
We're only about halfway through.
Yeah, a little less than halfway. Because now
Yeah.
we have to go through all those worlds again.
Yeah,
I can fight
for
the
game
bugs off a
design,
little longer,
you are recovering Kingdom Hearts
but they're
1,
spreading, and in just a
Kingdom
bit of
Hearts
time,
1,
they'll take
Chain of
over all my
Memories,
data.
and then
And they
original
won't
story
stop there.
happens.
They're going to dominate the entirety of
Again?
the datascape.
Kingdom Hearts 1,
And that includes
and
you
then
too.
again, Kingdom
It
Hearts
won't be
1,
able to last long.
in the same game,
Here, take
So you
this.
recovered King
And
Hearts
escape while
1
you
twice.
can.
twice in this one
And
game.
then Chain of
my
Memories.
God.
We're
It
going,
isn't
but the
supposed
second
to
time
be
is
inside
much
Johnny's
faster,
journal.
but it's still there.
Someone had
And
to
then
get
Chain of
after it.
Memories,
So
which
this someone,
I'm gonna say now,
was
he
this the
forgets
same person
all of
who
this
filled you with the
again.
journal's data?
Well,
Well,
it's
this
not
is a
Sora.
computer, Sora.
I don't know
I know.
for sure.
But they had to clear his memory
It's up
of
to you
all of
now to
this.
find out.
Again?
You've got to figure
So
out
he
who
forgets
it is.
Kingdom Hearts. So he forgets the rerun
Because of you.
Of Kingdom Hearts 1
Bugs
twice.
outside
Again.
are gone.
No, right now, he goes through Kingdom Hearts
You
1
can just
twice
solve the mystery
with the
of
same
this
memory.
extra data.
And then they clear
The
it
journal will be
for
completely
Kingdom Hearts
restored.
Chain of Memories.
It'll also give the others a way back home.
Yeah.
Do you see why this is a stupid
I'll dive into the
fucking
darkness.
story?
Oh my
See, my view on religion
You take the bugs with me so they're
Going
I
back
don't-
a second.
yeah, I don't care what religion you
They'll
are,
never
because
see the
one
light
of my
again.
sayings that I like
This
is
will all be over.
there is there are
Go.
assholes who are
While I can
Christians,
still control this,
and then there's also good people who don't
I
go
won't
to
be
church
able
or
to
whatever.
hold them off
That was
much longer.
something like that.
Hurry, Sora.
You could be
See,
a
If you leave
Christian,
now, you can
go
make
to
it
church
out.
every day, but still be a
I
bad
don't wanna
person.
hurt you.
But there are
You have to go.
also the other spectrum is you can have people who have never set foot in church, and they could be the nicest person.
I get it.
The thing for
There's
me,
still just enough
and the thing
time.
that
It all
keeps
depends
me
on
from
how you treat
choosing
people.
Great.
a religion,
Since
is
there's
if,
escape
like,
time,
if I ever
that means there's
had
enough
the
time
choice
to stop the
choose a
bugs and
religion,
help you, right?
What?
I would
That's a
never
true
choose.
I didn't mean that.
I would never choose Judaism.
Come
Islam,
on, this is
or
me
Christianity.
here. You didn't
I
really
can
think
guarantee
I'd
that
just
those two
give
would
up
never
and
be
leave you
aligned.
like this.
Because
Sora,
all of them base around
I
the
remember
same.
now. Once
They
you get
also
an idea
base
in your
themselves
head,
off the same thing.
That's
The
right.
only thing that's really
Now tell me how
different
to
between
save
the
you.
three of them
Is the name of the god.
is the name
see
of the
that
god.
door?
But even then,
Praise
that's not
be
a
to
big
Allah.
Deeper into
deal.
my data.
Which even then,
Inside,
that doesn't mean anything. It's
you'll
just
I
a
think I
different
just got
name.
his flag
World
right.
created.
The big difference is whether or not you believe
Once you've
that
gotten rid of the bugs
Christ
in one
was the
world,
Messiah, Christ
another
wasn't the
world shall
Messiah,
open before
or
you.
Christ was just a prophet.
Bugs are everywhere, Sora.
That is the difference
Be
between
careful.
Christianity, Judaism, and Islam.
Be right back.
I mean, yes, there's a lot of law and stuff like that that goes into the differences, but they share
Now the bugs
so
are
many similarities.
The-
And even it was stated when it was created that Sharia law, Islam, Quran was created with bits and pieces of both the Jewish and Christian textbooks. That's why when they first started out, Islam was always stating, "Do not kill your men of the, do not kill your brothers of the cloth, for they choose just a different book."
Yeah. But that got lost somewhere in
Thanks to you, I
translation.
can
Yeah.
access this
Well,
world.
no.
Now that you
Just some people got lost in translation. Those are the people we call
to the-
terrorists.
Yeah.
To the
The
dumbasses.
zealots. The what is it? What do they call them? The radical.
The radicals.
I don't know what they're called at this point, because at one point I think it was the Taliban, then it was Al Qaeda.
Those
then
are
it
the
was...
names of the group. But
Yeah.
the term
Yeah.
radical
You
is,
needed a chance to prove
basically
yourself
saying
with
that
the
they
Keyblade.
take it too.
Yeah.
I have a
You
coworker
also
who
needed to
started
learn how
studying
everything
Buddhism.
works in the data
That
scan.
would actually be the one that I would choose.
I didn't know
Because
I could
Buddhism
face
is
such a
just
big monster.
not
Did you know
letting
what was
materialistic
inside?
things.
I would like to point out how we got to the current
I didn't have
situation
time to
with
show you the
terrorists
ropes.
from the Middle East, by the way.
Inside
It started
the
with
journal, the
Taliban,
Heartless had
which were
already shattered the
extremists
walls
from the
between
who
worlds.
viewed the Quran.
And soon,
Then there was an
more and
extremist
more
group
things were
of
breaking
them
down.
called Al Qaeda,
Bugs were
and
attacking
then an
the wall
extremist
between the
group
datascape
of
and
them
the
is
real
what we're dealing with now.
I had to weigh all the options.
ISIS.
I
They
have
have
the,
Decided
the
to
the
use the
Islamic
damage to my advantage. And call Mickey and the others
It
here to
just
help.
slowly keeps getting more extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
know
that's the
I put
problem,
Then
is
there's
that
going to be
in
an
danger,
extremist group of them.
but I had
Which will
no
be
choice.
literally just one dude. We'll shoot him in the face with, alright, it's done.
Mysterious message
No,
added to the
it'll
journal.
con-
We're
well,
talking
the
about
thing is-
ISIS and
the
getting
thing is
ourselves
that
plagued on
especially in
this.
such a
We
globalized
haven't
world
figured
that we
it
are,
out.
it'll never go
We're all
away.
getting put on watch lists.
I think
Here's the
dragging
thing with
everybody
Rudy.
into this
They all have this
was wrong.
one strand that's the same monk's maul.
As long as our
Befriend
friends
your
get back
fellow
safely,
man.
it'll be
And
fine.
then
Like-
everybody forgets that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should go.
Like,
It
even
is not you to
Christianity
judge.
fights themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is not you to judge. That is exactly what
That,
they say. It is
yeah.
not you to
That
judge.
was Borough Baptist
It
Church,
is-
though.
It is God's
Everybody hates the Westboro.
choice.
Everyone
God.
hates
Except for
Which is
Westboro.
actually really funny. because
Apparently.
No,
my name-
Westboro even hates Westboro.
My name in Jewish
Apparently.
in Hebrew literally means God's judge. For I am God's judge. I judge people.
Guys, I just had an
Looks like
idea.
you've taken care of the
I know how to
boss here,
fix this
too.
game.
Riku,
We need to open up the data
Sora,
and
I owe you.
recode it.
Guys, wait,
Last
guys,
time
guys,
was
I got
here,
it. I got
was
it,
to
guys,
keep some
guys.
kids safe from danger.
I got it.
do
We
you mean
pull out the disc.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
We clean it.
Yeah. They were
Blow
targets
into the
because they
system
had pieces
itself.
of the keyhole.
Try to get all the dust off.
I knew
Make sure you
somebody
smoke
had to
some
look
God's
after them.
Kush right before you go out.
Decided to do it.
But Riku,
So the PS4 can see
why
God.
didn't you let me know what was going on when we met?
How you fix this game?
I'm sorry.
The fucking
cut
PS4
out
turned
You
into
still need
Decepticon.
to
all of
clean
it
up
but the
a
last
little more
20
on your
minutes.
own.
And then
You had a
expand
rough job.
after that.
And if you couldn't do it, then
With actual stuff that matters.
Yeah.
I
Not
guess my only option
recovering
would have been to handle it
everything
on
you
my own.
just played
Riku.
again.
You should really hire us. We're
He
great.
was
We're great.
Same game.
We're great
He was
brainstormers.
strong.
Yeah, I mean we have
But
the
he has an
Emperor's Brew.
entire staff that does this
I
and
like
writes
getting
the
dragged into
scripts
your messes.
and all this stuff. He just comes up
Donald
with the
and Goofy
ideas
said
and
that.
general layouts and characters.
Friends want to help
Like
you
their
out.
I'd like
personalities
to
and such
imagine
like that.
there was at least one person in the room
Sora.
who, when he drunkenly has this idea,
On my own talk.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Have you guys seen
Stop
Stranger
with all
Things?
the apologizing. Come on.
anyways,
We've got things
but
to
the
do.
whole thing is I'd like to point out he had this drunken
Send that to
idea,
Ace.
walked in the office, gave this idea to the people,
Yes!
and they were there had to be at least
Yes!
someone in the room who was like, that's
Fuck
not a
off.
good idea.
Yeah, and you know that one meme where they're like, we need ideas for games,
And you
then
get thrown out the
he
window.
gets thrown out the window. Okay, so I watched it was part of it was that meme, but it was with
Also,
Portal?
bullshit. Beating those things in like 4 hits? That is not happening.
I mean, at level 99 it might happen.
No, not even then.
I'm sorry.
They take at least 3 full combos at
Stop
99.
saying that.
Can
Is
you
there some
blame
next
me?
year for that?
What is that?
I should
Oh,
never have
Fantastic.
let the
It's
bugs
a Harry
in like
Potter
this. Every time,
Fantastic Beasts,
it's
The
me
Crimes of
against an
Grindelwald.
outside
See,
force.
I want to watch a movie of Brothers
I
Grimm
always seem to
Spectacular.
give in.
I completely.
I love that
Hey,
play
Riku.
so much.
Question.
Oh, I heard that you guys have been doing the
It
Christmas
crashed.
Carol.
Hmm?
Huh? You guys already did the
Because
Christmas
not too
Carol?
long
What's
ago-
going on right now?
The answer to
I think
that
it's actually
question
over.
would have been only one.
Possibly.
But now we've been to all kinds of places. on
No,
tons
that
of
was my
adventures.
No, they have rehearsals.
And instead of just sitting around
Yeah.
and dreaming about what's out there,
I had a customer who
you only have to
was
remember,
talking about it last.
it's that
Yeah,
easy.
we can.
We've
I
got
was like,
the
oh.
whole universe inside.
It's been sold out.
Did they
Or
sing
it's
Let It Go?
inside us.
Huh?
Try and
No.
let that
If they
sink
sing
in.
Let It
Also,
Go
the
during
movie The
Christmas Carol,
Christmas
I
Carol.
will
I
kill
don't know
somebody.
much, but
That's
that's
the movie
enough.
about the
Toad's
kid, right?
playing
The Christmas Carol is the Scrooge.
But
And
you
the
know,
Ghost of Christmas Past, Present,
Yeah.
and Future.
no matter the
Okay, I
world,
like that one.
no
What's
matter how
what's the
far,
one about the kid?
you're always the same.
The dysfunctional family.
You're right.
It's like an early
There may
70s
still be
or
outside
late
forces
70s.
trying to pull you
Oh,
in. But I
Christmas
know
Carol.
you're not gonna
That
lose.
one.
Oh.
You'll shoot
Is
your
that-
eye
is that the
out.
one where
You'll
you
shoot
get-
your
Fuck
eye
that
out.
movie.
So,
I hate that movie with
I never seen
all
it.
of my heart.
We hate it too.
Good, right?
Yeah.
You're not the
Because
only one who's
our
grown through all this.
asshole of a birth father decided he was gonna play it 24/7 in our household starting
yeah,
December
well, you're
1st.
still kind of a half pint.
Oh.
Hey,
That's why I hate
don't
most
think I'm
Christmas
not gonna
movies.
do
It
that when I'm
ruined that
taller
movie
than
for
you.
us because he did it every year. But
I look
that
forward
would
to
be
the
the only
day
thing.
that happens.
And whenever he wasn't home, at least our mom gave us a break, letting us watch like
Hey,
Oh, the Grinch Stole
sorta.
Christmas.
Yeah?
Which I'm also
Live
kinda
action or the
surprised.
cartoon?
I'll tell
Yes.
you when
Well,
it's
the
all
cartoon at first
Okay.
until
Okay.
Jim
The
Carrey
I
went
like
off.
the
I'll
I
see
like
you on
the
the other
cartoon
side.
better, but I have to say there are some good points.
I like
I
live
like-
action.
I
better than
love- I
cartoon.
like Jim
I
Carrey.
hate Dr. Seuss.
Blast this Christmas music!
Dude,
It's joyful and
That's-
triumphant.
don't like Dr. Seuss. That's
I
like
don't.
not liking joy.
I hate Dr. Seuss. I do.
He also hates joy.
No,
Nurse
you
Joy,
love
yes,
joy.
I
Yes,
hate joy.
that's where I was
No,
going.
you love joy.
So what
Don't
else to Jenny?
you?
I mean, which one?
The
You
Virgin
love joy. You enough.
Didn't something bad
Fuck
happen in the City one?
Fuck you! I had at most
the
like
first
10
thing
pieces
that
of joy through that entire playthrough. Only when I really needed it did I use joy. But fuck you!
What happened? I missed it.
Speaking of which, I would like you to do some lines.
And Mickey
Okay.
knew
If that's
something
okay.
was up.
I'm glad you
Mine's
came
the
when you did. That's when I lost the
Please.
power of the Keyblade.
Oh, we're doing lines of
You
coke?
see?
Cocaine.
I'll
Yeah.
stay for that.
I have a mirror up there that says enjoy
No matter
cocaine.
what you
Actually,
in the
you can always
Coca-Cola.
get
All
better.
of those pens are filled with
And that
coke.
means you
They
can
are.
definitely get yourself
When I need a fix, it just
I like imagining like you click it, but you accidentally like have it upside down.
a good thing.
Oh,
Don't let it go to waste!
Thanks a lot.
the vacuum.
Nom, 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 nom.
Come on.
Yeah, we gotta put on a few lists.
next.
Okay.
God's lines.
So, all I can think of when you were doing
guys.
that is Markiplier's meow video.
No,
No.
No.
For you
What
to
the
There's
fuck are
enough
you talking about right now?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
one of his
okay.
stupid
It's a
videos.
stupid,
But
it's a
remember,
stupid Markiplier video, but you have
in
to
there
watch
lies
it
the
for the
source of
simple
all
fact of how
sources.
stupid.
It's pretty
See,
dumb.
Did
the
a cat
only
did a
stupid
cat
video
one
I've
and a
seen
dog
is
one.
Boat Dog,
or why it's even here.
Boat dog.
So if
I think I've-
and at that point,
the
I
last of the data
that was
stage
my
problems.
first Markiplier video
Yes,
ever.
everything should be.
That's
like
why I
it
said I
was
hate
before.
Markiplier.
Thanks
No,
for
no.
everything.
You gotta watch the. You gotta at least watch
After
Meow.
going
And-
through
and
all
maybe
the
what-
memories,
If it's
No, Meow's
if
better.
it's
I know
if
Meow's
it's
better, but
if it's less than
You don't have
1% stupid as Boat
sure
Dog,
I do.
I'll watch
There's
it.
no way I would have made
Let's put it this way:
far.
it's
Basically,
purposely
Tris-
stupid.
Yeah.
Therefore, it automatically.
So was Boat Dog, which is
You were
why
here
I
when
hate
woke
it.
up. Remember
Stupid
when I
videos
first got my
that
hands on
aren't
the
trying to be
Keyblade?
stupid.
You were there from the start.
Those are the videos I
Oh
like.
no, he's
No,
absolutely
no,
trying to be
this
stupid.
one's trying to be
I know.
stupid.
That's why I hate it.
You was on our
I
island.
hate self-aware stupidity.
Huh?
It's just bad.
was
No,
sure I
the
saw
thing
you.
is,
Says you.
that the thing
Just
is, okay,
meowing
what
at
it
cats.
is.
I realize this,
No,
but
no.
I still.
Strange.
Well, here's the thing.
Keep
Why it
focus.
came up in the first
Are you
place
ready
was
for this
because
fight?
he was talking with, I think either
I'm afraid I
Fry
have
or
to
Jack
stay
or
out
something like
here.
that. And
But I will leave you with
one of the
this.
characters in the game went, yeah, because it was
No
a
matter what's
Japanese.
in there now.
It was supposed to be
Don't
based around
hold
Japanese
back.
and stuff like that.
Huh?
Does he associate with crime?
Oh.
At one point?
He
Yeah.
does sometimes. He did the ostrich one where he had ostrich facts.
That was the first drunk thing he had on his channel.
Yeah.
I think.
No, Drunk Minecraft was the stuff.
I thought
It's
that
just
came
that,
before
Riku,
Drunk Minecraft.
how did
No?
It came through. Because
Also, never watched that.
you're not
I've
here?
watched a
But
little
the,
bit of Drunk Minecraft, but I keep
but
falling
the,
asleep in that first.
basically what happened is that it went neon, and they went,
But it'll never
that's
get
the sound
longer.
that the cat makes. And Mark's
Now I
like,
see what
no,
he had to
no,
run
the
with.
cat doesn't go neon, they go meow. And so he made an entire video dedicated to meowing.
Meow, meow, meow.
But Drunk Minecraft will never get longer because he can't drink it.
Yep,
Well,
he
yeah.
no longer can drink because
Then you have like.
He's allergic to alcohol.
he's allergic to. It's not in that.
Didn't he
in
have
the fact
cancer
that-
at
No.
one point?
No,
It
it
wasn't that
wasn't
he had
cancer.
cancer. It was that his. It was a tumor.
That's still cancer.
But it wasn't.
It's
Amazing.
just-
It was benign.
Exactly, but it's still cancer. A tumor is a growth. What cancer is your cells growing without knowing when to stop.
That should have cleared all
That's
the
what
bugs
cancer
inside.
is.
That's a form of cancer.
That's the most common form of
This is
cancer.
a form of cancer.
You're a form of cancer.
This is the worst.
Actually, I'm a form of cancer.
Guys, I think we all know what the worst form of cancer is. League of Legends.
True. I'd rather play League of Legends than play
That
through
sounds
this
like
game.
a plan.
No!
I guess we're playing League of
I really
Legends for
wanna
our
play
next
it.
stream, guys.
No, that's why the movie is good.
But how'd you know that?
Because it cuts out all of the stupid-ass gameplay that makes this a 30-plus hour game.
I thought it
I wanna-
might
I
try
wanna
to
play.
exploit
Always
the darkness.
The new rune system is actually pretty good.
I actually do like it. They changed up how the runes and masteries are. There's no more masteries, and everybody
Envious
gets
of what
all
you
the
have. Always
I've already
surrounded by
deleted.
friends.
I know you did. I know you
trusted
did.
completely.
I'm just saying.
Stop right there. First off,
But the new rune system is actually pretty good. There's a really broken build with certain assassins like Zed, though, where you can literally just build Black Cleavers, and you have like 7,000 health and fucking 880.
There's a sorcery build that is it's quick twisting. And what it is that it shortens the cooldown reduction. Like it extends heightens the cooldown reduction. Constantly
you're
gives
right.
you more.
let's go, Riku.
And
Everybody's
then
waiting for us.
a couple of the tank build and for a little bit more.
Hurry,
So no, like
But it's surprisingly.
imagine Zed running around with like 5,000 to 6,000 health and 880. That can happen.
I thought they limited Black Sheep.
That doesn't stop the.
It's the passive.
The
bonus.
passive is
The passive bonus of 20. Okay, here's how it works.
Sora,
what you
Black,
get.
thanks again.
Black Cleaver's passive bonuses are a
See you
plus
on the other side.
400 health. And
I'll hold you to
Basically,
that.
okay. There's two different types of passives. There's regular passives.
yes,
Regular passives can be stacked on it, such as you were saying, the plus health,
the plus 48
damage.
attack and the plus 20%
Welcome
cooldown.
back,
reduction.
Sora.
That is what matters.
Good.
And I will explain
You
more.
look like you're okay.
The
Mickey,
unique passive
it's
of
good
Black
to be
Heat
here.
Cleaver that made it so powerful
You guys,
when it first came out,
listen,
because that could be
you
stacked
That's
back
when I
then,
played.
stuff I saw.
was that
Actually,
it could
we saw
shred
all.
5%
You
of the
got rid
armor
of the
for
last of the
every
bugs
hit
from
up
the
to 5
datascape.
hit.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
speed boost when you hit something.
Happy I can help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because of the
see, uh,
which is no longer there.
See,
Is Riku alright?
It kind of is.
when I first
It's just not
started playing,
Just fine.
it
Sorry to get you
was
through all that.
I can't remember his name,
Riku.
but the
Looks like we
demon
managed to
angel
keep that
thing,
promise.
Yeah.
he
I
hurt
wish
some.
we had some
Hey,
time to
Props,
sit
thank
around
you.
and catch up.
He
Back
actually doesn't
then-
really hurt
But
himself.
these
that
guys
much.
need to hurry.
Back then, it's
Yeah.
like
Go there.
if you're going, you have to pretty much almost die to take down.
That's your road
Hey,
home to the
Andrew,
real
like-
world where everyone's waiting for
But
you.
with Black Cleaver, I would take
So
out
this is
at
it.
most
Time for
10%
us to
of my
leave.
health, and I would destroy
And
it.
time to say
And that's
goodbye to the
set of
datascape.
5 Black
I always
Cleavers.
played with
Explore my journey's
I always
world.
whenever I used Aatrox, I
Now
never would
that the
go with
moment's here,
part of it. I would always go with the
kinda
people
sad
and
we
just
have
buff
to
my
go.
attack speed.
You can always come back.
Never die.
another time.
Never die. I am
I don't
Aatrox.
appreciate
I live
that.
forever.
But here's why Black Cleaver is broken. There is a sorcery room currently. There's a new thing called adaptive
Important I
damage.
haven't told
You gain a damage bonus based on what's higher,
It's just
attack or
no.
magic.
Okay.
You
So
can wait until you've made it through.
there's a sorcery rune that gives you adaptive
Thank
damage
you, Riku.
for every % of cooldown you have above the max.
Yep.
Yep.
And this same ability also gives you an automatic 10% cooldown reduction at level 10.
Yep.
So if you have 6 black cleavers, that is 130% cooldown reduction.
Which is 95%.
That's 90% above.
95.
90.
Because you can get
It's
up to
40 is
45.
max.
No, because you can get to 45 because you can extend the cooldown reduction by 5 if you have it. The typical one is 40.
That would be
extended
80.
one is 45.
Yes, that would be 80. Either way, the point is that huge cooldown reduction, as well as the fact that he has 40% reduction on his abilities, he can spam his abilities, and you'll have 5,000 health and 800 AD. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
You can shred people in literal seconds.
I'm gonna have to try that out.
See,
pretty ridiculous.
I used to have a build for Wukong. I don't remember it all that much anymore, but I know I had Armor of Thorns and Sunfire Cloak.
Yep, the two are now Sunfire.
Well,
yeah.
And
Well, they were always that.
Yeah.
But
Fuck out of here.
I use my own terminology for these things.
It's all over now that we figured out how to get rid of the bugs.
I don't know why, but I can see
The
you
journal
doing
will
this.
go back to the way it was. Is that right, Jiminy?
Jiminy,
Yes,
Jim,
it should
Jiminy,
return
Jim,
to how it
Jim,
was when
Like,
first
people
wrote
look at that
everything
thing.
down.
I mean, bitch is standing on an edge. Gotta say something to get her off. But as soon as she's off,
They should
fuck
appear
you.
back in their original
Fuck out of
state.
here.
Right. The
Now she
entries
gets
will
back up on that ledge. That ain't my problem. I pulled her away from that edge.
And all of the rest
Fuck out of here.
has to be reset.
But because that was back when there was also this really broken thing
The
with
whole
Evelyn.
adventure we all
Back
shared.
when Sunfire Cape's abilities
It'll
could
be
stack.
swept from
You
our
could literally be
memories like it
invisible as
never happened.
Evelyn and just shred people with 6
Not
Sunfire
really,
Capes.
not anymore.
No, you can't do it anymore
Well,
because that's a unique class.
Sunfire Cape or Cloak, whatever it's called.
Not even that.
It's not that good anymore. It's kind of shit now.
Oh, I use it all the time.
On tanks, it's good.
It's amazing.
Well, see, on Wukong, it was amazing back when I was playing.
Actually, it's still good on him. The thing is that
it makes him more tanky instead of damage.
He's a fighter. He's supposed to be.
That's the thing. Is like you get like the typical build is a Sunfire Cape and.
But guys, if that's the way
Well,
everything's
see,
meant to be,
my build was Sunfire Cape, Thornmail, and then the
You went
other
through so much.
were
You really
damage
helped us in
doing
the
items
datascape.
that were
Taking
really
all that
fucking
away
good.
is such-
Trinity Force.
thank you.
Trinity
But
Force
actually,
was
I'm
part of
okay
the
with
build.
it.
That's the first thing
Besides,
I got.
That's
You won't be
typical
able to
for
get rid of us that easily.
Yeah.
Me
Um,
and Riku, we aren't going
Then
anywhere.
it was
We might lose some memories,
Boots of Speed,
but that doesn't matter
just
when
to,
we've still got you guys.
so I could escape, which is
Our
Swiftness
adventure
or
may not be
Mobi?
found in the journal.
Swiftness
You'll always
Swiftness
find
allows
us
you
in your
to negate
hearts.
some dampening.
No matter what
attacks.
happens,
Mobility
you'll be
boost
right
is
here.
that after a few seconds.
As
you get
long
less
as you
harm.
remember us and everything that we've
Like,
been
you have to be
through.
out of combat
Swiftness
more.
then.
I prefer
Well then,
Swiftness.
who knows?
I actually like mobile boost, especially with.
I use Mobies if I'm jungling.
We should sign off here.
And then it was, I don't remember, I think it was a Black Cleaver.
Okay?
I'm not sure. That one, it had a fill in the blank on the build I was doing. And that was the last one. Black Cleaver seemed like the best fit at the time for that build.
By the way, apparently
Black Cleaver's
Hecarim's
still
really
good.
broken now too. Because you can apparently get him to over 1,000 and one of his things is movement speed gives him damage. So apparently he's pretty fucking broken now too.
Felt before.
It kind of needs a little bit.
I mean, he's always been good, but he did need a little bit of a boost.
He needed some love.
I thought we did too. There's a chance we were wrong.
What do we do now?
That message said it was going to delete the datascape. We can't let something that powerful get loose. The journal data has to be locked.
But then we're gonna lose you and Sora, and what was in the journal. We'll lose it all.
That's not the only problem. Both Maleficent and Pete are still inside the datascape.
Also, if you don't build
We
2
can't
pairs of
let
boots
them
on
be
Hecarim,
deleted,
you do.
can we?
Even if I've never been their biggest
He has
fan,
4 hooves.
they're not made of data. We
Oh,
somehow
4 boots.
find a way to save them.
No, he rides up on the hind legs, walks around with the person. He uses the front one's kick.
He's like 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I have no idea who you're talking about. But
Hecarim is the centaur, undead centaur.
Where are you going?
that's after me.
Hey, Sora!
No, he's been around for a while. It's just you probably never seen him. He's not played very much.
He was actually there before Aatrox, so he played Aatrox.
Okay. Aatrox was my starting character. That's the first one. Then I played Vlad or whatever his name is, the vampire. Guy.
Who's also
no,
pretty.
No, not vampire. Emo phase.
He's also extremely fucking broken right now.
I don't know. He's always fucking broken. Once you get to level 6, he's a fucking piece of shit.
He was my second play, and I hated him.
Huh?
I hated him.
Well, back when you played him, he wasn't that broken. He was actually pretty underpowered.
Right well, the reason why I hated him is because it's just none of his abilities suited my playstyle.
His move playset is so fucking easy to play. It literally is. Oh, you hit me. Suck your health.
What's important?
Oh, you didn't hit me. Suck your health.
You didn't used to do that. It used to be the pool of blood. That was the only way you could vampire health back.
He is the only person that has the ability to heal off of spells. Well, he's not the only person, but he's the main person that heals off of spells.
He's the only person who can really use spell vamp to the effectiveness that he used to have.
Yeah. And it is disgusting.
That's one of the weapons I had for Wukong. He had a vampiric weapon. I don't remember which one it was.
Bloodthirster.
Probably Bloodthirster.
Yeah, that.
But it's like
that's the one I ended up going with.
But like that's the worst part of mine is that you have a
got swept away into the darkness.
Disco Darkside.
Disco Darkside.
You need to get out of here.
Do you actually think I'll take orders from one such as you?
Yeah, but Maleficent, I think the pipsqueak here may have a
Does Maleficent do that to her voice on purpose?
What?
Slight echo?
Yeah.
Just to make it sound like... How much of her magic is she constantly putting forth to that?
In the Maleficent movie, they actually touch on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I haven't seen... Are you talking about the live-action one?
It's really good.
Okay.
I saw it 3 times.
I haven't.
I saw it 3 times in theaters.
I gave up on live-action Disney after... no.
Also, don't...
Huntsman.
Don't expect it to be...
That was Disney.
I could have sworn it was.
Disney had a hand in it, but they didn't.
That's it. Sora, you're not the only
See,
one.
Beauty and the Beast, though, I did enjoy that.
Within the data
Huntsman, if you're expecting the like normal,
yes, but listen to me carefully. I know
what's
where the bugs
what's her
came
name? Maleficent's the girl from the same movie as Maleficent. Aurora.
It's
thank you.
Aurora, but it's
If you're expecting the normal Aurora story, you're not gonna get it.
You may not
It's better. In my
That's
opinion.
fine. I hate.
If people are thinking about the normal Aurora Borealis, then it's gonna be
Maleficent's side of the story.
Okay.
Your memories disappear.
It's the fact that she's not as evil as we thought. Which, coming from the fact that her name is Maleficent.
They stayed blank.
See, thing is...
No. It's a good
thing
movie.
is, that's a trope that I enjoy when it's not overdone. Is humanizing the bad guy.
What do you know about Maleficent? Do you know why she is evil?
This whole time you've been
That's explained pretty well in the one.
finding new strength.
I've never cared about the Disney
absorbing
princess
data
film.
and doing the same.
I've never cared about
It's
the
grown,
Disney
Sora.
princess movie.
Just
But
like you.
she has a really
Besides-
good backstory.
Yeah.
She has a really good backstory.
And a really valid reason for being evil.
Snow White, being the first one, has the least useful villain backstories. Literally, the queen was just butthurt that she was no longer the prettiest and fairest in the kingdom. And so she poisoned the bitch!
Yep. What a cuss.
Of which, there are a mirror version of that.
Heartless here in the datascape. That wouldn't
That
set
wasn't
any real hearts free.
And then there's
Remember,
always
hearts
the
can't
ever so
return to
famous
data.
brother.
Instead, I think what you released are probably
See,
the
that's
heartless
why I said I like Brothers Grimm Spectacular on play.
Like, I love Brothers Grimm. I hate that Brothers Grimm movie because of that, because of one part.
You're talking about
fucking
the...
gingerbread
and devour.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the
I hate
one
that.
where the village of the mud monster or whatever.
I've
Yeah.
never seen any of it.
There's a part.
I saw one.
Well, to be fair, my only experience with Brothers Grimm is the Brothers Grimm Spectacular on play.
The Brothers Grimm.
If something this powerful got into Mickey's world, oh no!
The original
That's my script,
version.
right?
By the way, this is the most exposition a villain has had without talking.
Yeah, yeah. The villain and the fastest fucking fight, and Sora didn't move, and he beat the boss.
Oh.
Anyways, but there's this part where this mud being comes out of the well, and it's supposed to be the.
No, it's evolving.
It's evolving.
It's no monster.
By the way,
No,
that is
it's
like my
evolving,
favorite
not
show
Digimon.
as a kid. Digimon.
I actually watching
the third series, the ones where they morph into the Digimon rather than.
You talking about the one with Gallimon?
I don't know.
Guilmon, the red dinosaur?
No. They had
that was Tamers.
They had the Digivices, and they.
Oh yeah,
transformed
okay, that was
into-
Spirits.
And that one's regarded as one of the worst ones.
Frontier, Digimon Frontier. I
Hey,
actually like
look!
Digimon Frontier.
Hey guys, look!
Susanoo
Look what he's
fucking
wielding!
incredible. The
Look at
combination
what
of
he's
all of them.
wielding, guys!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Help friends.
What?
Maybe it's because it's a weaker sword and he doesn't want to use
All you
the
have to do is look
overpowered
inside.
fuck sword.
And that's
I don't know.
where you'll find your life.
Okay, what we're talking about here is we're both confused as to why Mickey no longer has Kingdom Key.
I think he still has it, it's just...
But no, this is Data.
It's
no,
still
it's
real
still
him.
Mickey.
No, it's Mickey.
It's
He used it in the real world.
But this is real Mickey in the Data world.
Digimon.
Yeah, I used to have the Beetle one story.
I remember. Hey, does anybody remember the
Which is
Digimon
funny,
Tamagotchi?
because that's the one I hated the most, but it's the only one out of that old toy store where that stupid trumpet shop is now.
So the Beetle, his
It's no
spirit
longer
form or
trumpet.
his beast form?
By the way, it's no longer Gideon's trumpet. Gideon went over to me. It's now a shoe store.
Maleficent, you're here.
I think I
right.
knew that, but
Okay,
I will
so-
always blame the trumpet store for getting rid of
believe
that
me.
fucking amazing toy
I
shop.
will also, because that was an amazing
Spirit
toy
form
shop.
or human?
Humanoid.
Yeah. Because beast form, he looks like a thing.
Does anybody remember?
It was one of those ones that transformed into
Does anybody remember the Digimon Tamagotchi?
Yes,
I
I had one.
I had
I had a
Agumon.
regular
Fucking
Tamagotchi.
I kept getting the shit
I
one.
think I'll keep an eye on them.
The one that was literally like garbage that kept eating its own shit.
Well, there was also one. I think I got one trying to get the dog when I kept Gabumon, I think. But it was like it had his Digivice, but it was Agumon on it. Every time I would get one of those things, it was always Agumon.
I kept getting that fucking shit one. And I always die. I never actually could really take care of it because I was always constantly needing something.
Oh, move it.
It's not a glitch.
What?
That's just
What happened?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just.
when we met in the datascape. It brought back a whole bunch of memories. The day I set out on my first big adventure. The day I made a new friend. A special friend. They all came rushing back to me.
Digimon.
Yeah.
I knew.
Which one?
That journal? It's not just a
It's
journal.
only Digimon there.
It's a
The other one
collection.
is Final Fantasy, I think.
A collection of all we felt.
Super fun.
The journal shows
Throw that
our
away.
hearts.
Super smart. Hold on, what? Oh.
My family got that.
The other Soren will
And
know
it.
about what
Oh.
happened here.
And my other.
This journey that we just had will be one everyone shares. The memories will always connect us. They'll be our own special bond.
Your little bacon is bobbling all over the
Remember.
place.
Hello.
We're friends forever, Sora.
There you go. This is the game I was talking
Friends
about.
forever, Your Majesty.
Dragon Ball. Game we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
Before screen.
It's finally clear
Guys, it's finally clear.
why that world they call the date.
You know what's funny? They have Funimation on here, but it's in Japanese.
A book known as the
There's no
Ancient
option
Book
to change it to
Prophecies.
English.
It's said to be capable of transcribing events that have yet to take place.
No kidding. If we got our mitts on something like that, we could finally take over permanent like.
Yes, considering legend has it the book can also conjure.
So what is the reason why
making
she
an
does
entire
that?
world filled with beings and powers that have yet to exist.
Probably.
A book that
So-
can just make up a world?
Spoilers for Maleficent.
I don't know. That sounds like
Her wings were torn from her back by a douchebag who betrayed her.
Who she was in love with.
good to be true.
She was in love with a
Ah.
human. She's a fairy.
But who's
Oh, I
to
know.
say
I know she's a fairy.
She was in love with a human who was a royal
or something like that.
How does that differ from this world
and
they call the datascape?
she slept with him in the woods one night, and while she was sleeping,
His name is literally
he
connection.
drugged her. He drugged her and cut her wings off with a knife, and stored them in a part of the castle for display.
I'd say with that, we are on to something huge.
Why the other three fairies serve him then?
Ours is not a lost cause. First, we
No,
must
they
take
do kind of
possession
dig
of this data.
Yeah, well,
They don't like how
Maleficent's
she-
scary.
Which one?
Well, Maleficent becomes doesn't take her anger out on just the humans. She takes her anger out on everybody around her.
After she lost her wing, very callous.
But that just doesn't make sense to me.
Three good fairies.
If the three good fairies know what he
Yes,
did,
they are.
why the
Yes,
fuck
they
would
are.
they serve him?
No. They're part of...
Yes, they
What
are.
are you guys on about?
Okay, yep. Okay, my brain remembered.
They serve in his court.
No,
in the original movie, that is.
For me, I forgot about the part before she actually fell asleep for some reason. All I ever remember about
Everyone forgets that she was ever awake.
Yeah.
You know, basically, the plot of Maleficent is it follows Maleficent. Obviously, it shows her fall in love with
You
his
also
boy.
see Raven, like why she has a Raven constantly.
Yes.
And I love him. Oh yeah, he was funny.
Basically, it's just a story of her, falling in love with him. He betrays her, steals her wings.
And
He
she
curses
betrays
his daughter when she.
It's an origin story.
Yes.
But eventually, basically, she warms up to the baby, and her heart starts to kind of open back. It was a whole thing where she no longer wanted to curse the youngest child, the daughter, but it ended up happening anyway.
Because she didn't have the power to
She
stop
made
it.
the curse
We
so
never did
powerful
figure
in her
out that
anger.
mysterious
not even-
message.
And then basically she ends up freeing the daughter. Instead of it was still like a thing of true love, but it was true love between her and the world. Like they
It was like a
truly loved
motherly
each
love
other.
person.
It was like a best friend love, not a.
No,
It was
I
a motherly love.
It was a
Yes.
motherly love because
Because
she
her
took.
actual mom died.
It's see,
And if we
Frozen
explore
is
that
sisterly love. Maleficent is motherly love.
Then we should get
That
the
kind of
answers
sister.
about this message.
I mean, if you believe the internet, yes.
Let's ask Sora to.
Well, I mean, the internet.
That's
is right.
the only access to that I have, and that's
Everything in the
I
journal
don't even
went
want
back to
that.
the way it started. Remember?
Hey, don't pause Disney. Man.
No, so Maleficent is really
Fucking
good.
on his face.
If Maleficent is really good. If you ever have the chance to watch it, or you like see it, you
before
want to
he
watch
ever
it,
met
do it.
any of
It's
us.
good.
I'm fine.
I kind of want to
My
rewatch
isn't
it.
affected.
Same.
I'll play League. You see, we're both still sitting here.
We can't sit down there with just
Why do you want to play League?
Huh?
Why do you want to play League?
Because I actually do find enjoyment.
You see, that's his secret king. He always wants to play.
He
League.
likes
No.
ARAMs. I get so
That's-
frustrated with
that's-
ARAMs.
Love ARAMs.
Well,
Love
the
ARAMs.
reason why I like ARAMs is because they're not taken as
Oh,
seriously.
I understand that. I get
but
it.
I still get fucked over every time.
It's still a
Because
garbage
I'm
fire
a-
of a game.
Oh, and the new Beauty and the Beast.
Just the game itself is a garbage fire format. It's not my thing.
Alright. It actually did
MOBAs
really
are not my thing.
No, that's fine.
hate MOBAs.
Gotta stop.
Except for Overwatch.
Not
like how
really a
Gaps
MOBA. It's more of a payload or.
But that is
So
a
they
MOBA.
did make,
a battle
Sora.
arena is what it
This
is.
was the day that your
Still.
journey
It is a
began.
multiplayer online battle arena.
I know.
That is the
Still.
definition of a MOBA.
It's time.
It's
for
not
the truth.
the classic read
Where
whatever
am I?
thing.
I get that.
How'd I
That's
end
actually
up
Everything's
that's also the reason why I like
together.
it. That's also the reason.
That's
By
why
the
I
way,
like that
guys,
ARAMs.
we're just starting
Who are
Chain of Memories.
you?
I'm Mickey.
Or just about to.
Yeah, we're about to.
From another
Like,
kind of
I
world.
like
Another
the
kind of
I
world?
like ARAM.
They're
Like
hurting
as much as
ended
it
when
much as it
you
sucks to not
returned
always
to
get the
end
chance.
it.
You want?
It's a message.
I'm okay with
and
it
you're the
because
only one with the power
whenever
to
I'm
solve
playing
the mystery
ARAMs, I'm
behind it.
playing for
So
the
we really
distinct
need your
reason
help.
of
Power?
doing
What's
some
that?
dumb shit
Whoa.
in a big old fashioned team
You
fight.
may not remember,
What's that?
but it's
I
clear
gotta-
That's
that
how I
the
treat
power is
Overwatch.
magic.
This is why I was like, we
Would
should
you be
not
willing
be
to lend us a
doing
hand?
competitive.
You might help us.
Because
figure
I
out
will
the truth.
never take
Gosh.
Overwatch seriously.
So my
Clue what's going on?
I played a game of
I don't.
ARAM,
But at the
happened
same
to be
time,
released as Ramus.
What you're
Ramus is
saying
always
feels
fun.
kind of
Fun
familiar.
character to play. My team stupidly went into a 5v4 team fight without me because I was dead.
Do you think it involves me somehow?
Because I saved their asses.
Actually, I'm not
And,
exactly positive.
So I start rolling down the track. I get down to him right as it expires, and I had ridiculously low cooldown because I had a bunch of cooldown tank.
Okay, Mickey.
So I kind of
I'll help.
I kind of got there just as the last person died. I noticed that all 5 of them were low on health, so I waited a couple seconds in the bush, started rolling, zoomed out in the center of them, hit my ult, got a penta kill. It was fucking incredible.
See, for me, I played a round of Sting.
Sting just fought too. He's such an ass.
I was playing with Jake.
Whoa.
From Safe Home?
So you think the truth's hiding somewhere
And
in here?
also, luckily, they did not go back to the card system.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mickey?
That would just
And
been
the,
obnoxious.
Guess he went ahead.
I just straight up told him, if you ever see me playing Sin, don't trust me. Because that is my biggest troll in ARAM, is Sin. Because I don't know what I'll be throwing back.
I'm nobody.
Also, this
In this
part of the game
place,
does start to involve some
find is
actual
to
story.
I will
So
throw
we might
something.
wanna start paying
I will
attention.
throw something back at you. It
That's
will be
the way of
hostile.
things.
Yeah.
Here in Castle Oblivion.
But it's just like,
Castle
whenever
Oblivion?
That's right.
we
Here
actually
you
got
will
to
meet people
they
you know.
had
People that
taken
you care
everything except our name.
Funny thing is, this is Jesse McCartney's
It's a
best
kind of card.
role in
With
Kingdom
a
Hearts.
picture on it.
This is
Use
where he
that
does his
card
best
and
work.
press on. You will find the truth that sleeps up ahead.
Well, wait.
Like, they had us down toward
Thinking
Nexus.
about saving up my
But how am I supposed to use
We-
this?
they got down toward
You could have told me that much.
He never.
And why does he seem so familiar?
They had that much help on the next stop it. We came back and won the game.
Oh.
Yep. I had a
That's
game.
why I say never surrender. In
What
any
just
game.
happened to
Like,
Well, ARAMs, I will. Well, the only time I'll surrender
card
is
is
if it's
special.
just hit
It will cause
15
you to
minutes,
see people.
and they are.
Well,
and
illusions
it's
to
like
be exact.
one of like who are people have
They're
left.
from
and
Jiminy's
stuff.
journal.
I'm not gonna.
It's all of
play-
the very same data that
Because
you
at that
worked
point,
so
I'm
hard
just gonna
to
get.
fix.
There's also a point where they're
What
so
did I
much stronger
fix?
than you, you have no chance.
I don't get it.
even then, I'd rather take the
My
defeat
mistake.
screen rather than give up. That is my
Someone
thing.
must have
The
pressed
reason why a
reset
lot of
button in
people
your
do it
memory.
is because the reason why a lot of people
All you remember is leaving
surrender,
the island.
and like the reason why you see a lot of people put
Just the
their
same,
vote
you'll
in
remember the folks you meet
when you
here.
know that
At least
is
you should.
because in the ranks that they actually
I don't
Or,
understand.
like in the
What is it
high
that I'm
diamond
supposed to do?
stuff,
Whatever you want.
it's like
Yeah,
30
but
minutes to actually
what I
get
do
on
is
screen.
creep play.
I know that's what you do. I'm just saying,
The
like,
journal's
the reason why a
closest
lot of
thing
people
you've got.
their rank
But that doesn't mean
stuff
you'll
like
see
that,
the things it
it
says.
takes ever
And who really
find them
cares?
match. So you want to get out of a
Everything that
bad
happens
match
here,
and back
and
into
everyone
the
you
match
meet
as quickly as possible.
is just an illusion.
Still, like, no matter
So
what,
they're
you're
shipping
there.
for all three.
You're playing a game to have fun.
Yes.
That's what a game is for.
That's why I
I
play
get,
ARAMs.
I get
Same.
winning is fun and all, but still,
I'm caught between playing ARAM to Octo Champion. Play League later?
Played
I mean,
played,
we can do normals.
I played Lulu as well, by the way, for the first time ever.
I
Lulu
just-
is so dumb.
I play support Lulu.
She saved so many people with Lulu.
I play
It's like-
support Lulu.
So easy to play Lulu. So dumb.
You did it
Jake
again,
was,
Sora.
like so
Well,
thought
wait a
that he was gonna die.
Riku?
As,
Why are you here?
No, and as quick.
Oh, I saved me.
I've got
Yeah.
something that you need to see.
And then like basically he was like, I'm
I'm
so
dead.
dead, I'm
I'm
so
dead.
dead, I'm
I'm
so
dead.
dead, I'm
I'm,
so
like,
dead.
following
And
him
it's just
along.
like, and she's just like, no you're not, no you're not, no you're not, no you're not, yes I am, yes I am, yes I am, no I'm not. And all the time
Even in
she's
the
like
deepest corners
shielding
of your
him
memories,
before fatal damage can hit.
it's something
Beating
I
him
want
up
you
so
to
that he
see.
can actually get away.
Which also heals.
Yeah. Literally just
I want you
kept
to feel.
throwing everything at him to get
I
him
know
away. He
you
gets
would
back to
ask
his
if
tower
it
and he's like,
wasn't really important.
I'm alive.
Thank you, Sora.
And then there's me,
Now,
who
close your eyes.
he once asked me if I know how to tie my shoe.
Because he never looks down. He's
Well,
always
his,
the top lane.
his runes was
My
why.
runes were so completely dumb because I never actually knew
Also,
how the runes work.
Riku's wearing baby gloves.
Baby gloves.
Like Chaos used to.
Yeah.
Chaos! Make me want to get back in the...
But there'd be times though where I would run into things and you'd be like,
Wasn't that
"Why are you getting yourself killed? Triple kill. Why are we getting kills?"
That's right.
Like Ace.
I was on a journey
How did
to
we
find
win this
you.
fight?
Darkness
Man.
had taken a hold of my
How?
heart.
The two healers were completely
lost
flabbergasted that you went in.
Lazy Susan.
I do need to stay
I
alive.
keep people alive. He randomly somehow
What
kills
I
people.
do with Wukong,
Although remember
I said
you
up to
heard
kill
of my jinx
what I
skin,
used to do
right?
with Wukong was
That's what the
just
bacon pies were.
hold the top lane until the enemy
Yeah.
pushed the other two and just completely forgot about their bottom lane.
We had
Yeah.
both lost
And you just
ourselves.
teleport to go down there and push all the way to the
Hurting in a way
Nexus
we'd never heard
and win.
before.
Yep. But like that's
Because
the thing with
they're
me.
too focused fighting up.
That's with me and
I asked you,
Nasus,
Sora.
is that I will sit in the top lane,
What would
boom,
you have
boom,
done?
bam, boom, boom, bam, just
I
getting
would have
stats.
helped you, of
You know, just
course.
rolling in the farm,
Both of
just
you.
rolling in the
Also,
money.
Nasus
figured
is
out
my
how to undo
biggest
the herd.
fucking rival. I hate
Nasus
him
is my
so
top
much.
lane
And you're
go-to.
right.
Wukong's
would.
my top.
Or should
Actually,
reason
I
why-
only play top.
You
The
will.
reason why is because like a
That's a
lot of
relief.
people, I
Hey,
know how to farm
Then
under
what was
tower.
with the sneak preview?
I am a
I
naturally
just wanted
cautious
you to
top
see.
laner.
You
I'm a
always
very
make the right
aggressive
choices.
person.
Yeah, you would come into the
On the road
tower,
ahead.
I'd kill you.
More than
Because
when you
I know
I've
how to
killed
work.
Nasus under
You'll
towers.
forget things,
I've killed
Lose things that
Darius's
you
with
care
about.
massive
don't-
heals.
and it won't always
You
make
say
sense.
this
No, no,
like
no, no.
I'm supposed to know
Let's
what
put it
you're
this
talking
way.
about.
Darius
and it'll make
is
you angry.
considered
It may even
one of,
hurt
if
so
not
badly
the
you'll feel like you're about to
strongest
lose
top
yourself.
The reason why is because of his
But don't worry, Sora.
his auto attacks
That
give,
won't happen
give
to
an
you.
extra an
You
extra
won't let it.
debuff to you
You're like
and
a
extra
sponge.
damage over time.
No matter how much pain they throw at you, you'll suck it up
Heals him
and leave things a
for
little bit
like
better.
20% of the 20%
Just
of your missing
follow your
health,
heart.
up to
And
5
you can
times,
change the lives of
aka
not one,
you can heal
but
back
many.
your pretty much your entire health
You
bar
don't have to do anything
by hitting
special.
all 5 people.
Just do what
His
you do.
W is
Be
a
yourself.
slow and a double and a direct double damage
That's
hit.
what you're good at.
His
Do what
E
feels
passively
right to you.
removes armor and
You
causes
got
a
it.
massive hole.
Take
And
care.
his R is true
Sorry.
damage based on how many stacks you have of your.
I look at those ropes.
Weird.
Literally, and
No
if
one's
you get a
done
kill with it, it instantly stacks your passive to the max.
Want to see is there metal?
And at that point, you
How was
literally are doing like 1,000
Did you
damage.
have fun
Yeah.
chatting and hanging with the ghosts?
Well, let's put it this way. Darius is so strong. You're probably on par with him if you've got 2 kills over him.
Friends. You don't
And even
say.
then, if you do something dumb, people.
So then, what were their names again? Tell me.
And but I've had an aggressive Darius and jungler come in. I've taken them both out. Because I
Nasus is
just
the
know
only
how to
one my
operate.
Wukong has ever had
I
a
know
problem.
them.
Nasus is the only character I've fought with.
And that's because of the
Everything
playstyle.
in this
For me,
is just an
for
illusion.
a lot of people, seeing a Darius
Once
on
the
the team
illusions
is a
You'll
almost
forget
guarantee.
all about your little reunion.
Because you see a Darius on the team, you're like, well,
Hey, no
John
big
was
deal.
just trying to sit down, by the way, but he sat down on the
The fact
popcorn,
that
so he was
you
like,
can't
fuck
remember
this.
things means they weren't
my
very
buddy.
important to you to begin with. Isn't that right?
That's not
Then there's
true.
my jinx.
Of course, my friends are always important to me.
Also hate her.
Okay.
her
Maybe I
jinx
forgot.
is hilarious because she,
just happened.
sadly,
And
with the
If
story,
it's,
it was a
if it's
bittersweet
the one
story,
I'm thinking of.
where she got killed so many
I know I'll
times in
remember
bot lane
everything
that
again.
she was told to
Jinx
go to
is the
top
one with the
lane
blue thing.
Sure.
with Pow Pow and Fishbone, the minigun and the
Not who I
rocket.
was thinking of. Who's the one with the arrows?
That's Ash.
That's who I was thinking
All
of.
of these.
The
I hate
world
range
turns
characters.
to ash.
I mean, I can close the distance pretty damn quick,
I know, I
but
prefer
From
yeah.
now
on,
Jinx is
Her,
a glass cannon.
illusions won't be
She's a
available.
hyper carry glass.
You're fresh off the island.
Like
That's who I started
Tristana,
off
like
playing
Tristana
as.
style.
Total
Most
strangers.
people.
But
After
anyway,
Annie.
you can.
Here's a fun little thought.
Oh yeah. No, I've never played as
Folks are
Annie
about
unless
If you want me
I
to, I can say.
had to.
You can fight them.
Basically,
all
she
you
was
like.
dying a lot in bot lane, like
What do you
constantly getting housing.
They're only strangers.
Oh, okay.
If I don't actually.
Oh,
remember
that was
Actually,
a.
illusions of
And
strangers.
after a point,
Just a collection
Jake
of
was just
empty
like-
bits of data.
Just steal.
They won't
Just
be able
go
to
to
make
top
the
lane.
distinction
Just farm up
what's
there
real
so that you actually can
and
get
what's
back up to
not.
level with them.
They'll look at the white walls
He
of this
proceeded
castle,
to take the farm in
and what
top
they'll
lane,
see are the worlds
and
they
the first
call
turret,
home.
and the second turret,
Anyway,
and the
truth
inhibitor
would
turret,
be wasted on them,
and
so
the
why
inhibitor.
bother? You're
They're like,
only
wait!
there until
Before
they're not.
finally getting
Before they
taken out.
realize, and then they realized, wait, where did you go? How did you?
Real.
Yeah. They heard the inhibitor, the announcer say that the inhibitor was destroyed when they finally looked and saw that it was.
Forget about it.
And they went,
No hurt.
what
feelings.
happened?
We only told you to take the farm!
It's that simple.
I did. And then the farmer turned into the turrets. And then the
You don't
inhibitor.
have
I'm
The,
very
the farm
bored.
entered the turret's range. I had to take out the turret.
Yeah, I didn't want to get hit by the turret.
I was taking farm.
It's obvious you know nothing at all.
I'm too aggressive to
Everything
actually
you say
sit
is
there
a
and wait
lie.
for.
I might have the
I'm way
strength
too
to hurt
aggressive.
someone.
And that's the reason why you'll never beat a
What
Nasus.
exactly would be the point?
Nasus is literally
I know
the weight game.
that it would tear
I
me
know.
up inside.
Which is why early game I can take him
That
out,
ache
but late game
would
I
stay
just.
with me for a
You know what the
long
problem
time.
is? You leave lane.
You might not know it now.
You,
Oh,
you leave lane to go to bot lane,
but I
right?
hope
I
you'll see
always leave the lane.
That's
nothing
when you
is
lose.
guilt-free in this world.
It doesn't matter how pushed you are in top lane.
No, trust me, I know. But I'm saying,
What's with
I
that guy?
don't believe in
So,
certain
with
lane
these cards,
systems.
I'm gonna
Oh,
run
no,
into
The
I
characters
understand.
should be able to go wherever they want to go and work just fine.
But it'll be fun.
No.
And I've proved that to multiple people.
For sure. Like, oh, believe me, kill comps down in the bot lane are my forte. I can kill comps. Kill comps is basically when they do 280s.
Like my favorite
Tristan
ever
Ash.
fucking kill comp is Darius and Xinjiao. I fucking love that kill comp.
Oh,
it's
that's a
fucking
different. I'm
fantastic.
talking about in the bot lane.
No, that's a bottom. That's a
that is
bot
bot
lane
lane
kill
now?
comp.
I'm used to. I'm talking about like I'm talking about like the Tristana Ash,
just now.
But no,
where Ash will use her slow. To
kill
hit
comp
you
nowadays
into
has
Tristana's
changed
lane.
to let's take 2 fighter tanks down bottom.
I think I can still do well against them because I'm not. I'm not aggressive.
It's completely awful. No,
I don't
like
think I can do
they
it.
tower dive like fuck. You cannot stop a Darius Xinjiao tower dive.
What heartache feels like?
It is literally the worst thing I've ever done.
Causes pain
I
inside.
have a bad
You know what's
habit of tower diving.
You know what's a terrible? You know what's a terrible combo?
I get
Mordekaiser
about all those
and
friends completely.
Oh, it's not
Fuck,
common.
like Mordekaiser and
I don't realize
or
my
something
health
like
when I
that.
do
That
it.
makes sense.
That too.
In the bot lane,
So I haven't forgotten all of it.
because all that happens is that
I usually
you're
get
just like
penalties for
Mordekaiser
that,
uses
like,
health,
like,
the
you're
rocket
like,
heals.
Defined
Mordekaiser
something
uses
No,
health,
it's
the
not
back
even
his
health.
shield, the
They
rocket heals
piss
him.
me off.
Go.
They're
It is
going
so
to die.
bad.
But basically what happened
Mine
is I was playing with my friend Jen. She and I were going bottom lane, which we don't normally do. She and I don't normally lane together. I'm usually either top or mid or jungle.
Unless he stays in it.
And so she and I went bottom, you know, just doing our stuff, you know, having fun. We got tower dive 5 minutes in by Xinjiao and Darius. And there was nothing we could do. We were at full health.
Yeah.
Also, I like to point out that essentially you're going through Kingdom Hearts
So,
1
Sora,
3 times
how was your time with
in this one game.
Who was it again?
Yeah.
I can't
Because
remember
all
anything at
reaching
all.
was until
But you already knew
the
that,
cutscenes
didn't
in
you?
between floors is a replay of 1.
You seem pretty calm.
So this is Kingdom Hearts 1,
Stressing over
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Kingdom Hearts 1,
sight out of mind.
and Kingdom Hearts 1. With the
That's
Fatal
wrong.
Rechain and that
It's
original
like you
story
said,
in the
everyone
last
I
10
met I
minutes.
can't remember. But still, I'm frustrated that I've forgotten
with
them.
Jake and
I feel moments of loneliness.
basically,
You
whenever
said there would
people
be no
talked about
hurt
the fact of
feelings,
Fun and
but I
Sarah
am
being
hurting.
like a power couple, they
When the memories are gone, they just leave a hole.
they were.
And having that longing inside me
I kept
hurts.
seeing like play.
It's
But
barely
it'll help
picking
me
you up, by the way.
somewhere
It's
down
barely
the road.
picking you up, by the way.
I can pick
It's
you
the
up.
key I'll need
Like,
to
like
unlock
when
all
you
my memories.
started out on the real
I can
louder
show
bits of
you
your
what
sense,
Yeah.
that's when it picked you up. But when you were just normal talking, it wasn't.
This is the most weird scene, by the
That
way.
reminds me of a video I
'Cause you're
saw on
talking
Facebook
to
where a guy had like
the
a
villain of the
was
world.
taking a video of a spider on his web. Every time he would shout, the spider would jump because
What's
his voice
possible?
was
Oh,
reverberating against the
Hades,
web.
yeah.
It's the only one where you're talking to the villain.
No, he was talking to the queen last time.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, the queen isn't really the villain.
She kind of is the villain in this game.
She's a passive villain.
Yeah.
So's
Cloud!
Cloud wasn't a villain.
He was the villain.
He was the villain for the first half of
I
it.
didn't see that Hades.
Hades was that.
You'll be able to retrieve the memories you lost.
How can you miss him?
That's what you're thinking, right, Sora?
Right.
Displays.
And if you ever see him playing Karma,
What's so funny?
dear God.
Karma's really
You
fun.
said-
Huh?
I'm actually not very good with Karma, but you see him playing Karma,
Karma was
and
a
you
new
sit there
one?
and you go, "Oh my God, you're gonna die."
Remember, in this
Wait, how do you have
place,
full
what
health?
to find is
Wait,
something
how did you get a triple
to
kill?
lose is
What
to
are the
Wait,
lesser
how did?
Well, you've lost
Sir,
your
sir,
memories.
you're not supposed to take the take the inhibitor turret by yourself.
By deciding that her
1v5. Stop doing it.
you gave up all hope of being free
Pentakill.
from it.
The fuck?
Hurt owns you.
They did add a
Don't
new
you see
character.
that?
Zoe?
It's a
Actually,
They've added
that
a
is
few
the
new
reason
characters.
why is because they are now partnered with Disney.
Will grow bigger
What? League of Legends?
until
Is now
darkness
partnered with
finally
Disney.
claims it.
The darkness.
And
Was this
now
all just a
he's
big
lost
trick
it
to
all.
pull me in?
He's lost all hope.
I know.
Afraid so.
Kane out.
And all it took was a handful.
Are you
Kane
really
has-
surprised?
Oh,
Disney
here's the best
runs
part.
everything.
She's not even original. She's a combination of Lux and Annie. She's a little psychopathic girl who uses light powers. She's just Lux and Annie
Actually,
in
have
one
you heard
character.
the interactions with Zoe? She loves Ezreal.
Oh, by the way, I know you were really looking forward to it. So since we're back, Janir, Jafar, Ja wherever you are.
I'm sorry.
They didn't do it last time. Is that the sword of the blood of your enemies?
It's not too late to run.
Impale me, Cane Pie!
Why should you keep
Oh, good God. Good God.
I realized how that sounded as soon as I said it.
I'm glad I didn't hear it.
No hurt to keep eating away at your heart.
You also brought this upon yourself.
To be fair, there's no way for a girl to say
Sir?
"stab me with your sword" to a guy that doesn't sound dirty.
Sir, just remember,
stop.
sir,
Just stop.
sir, remember, you don't have a sacrificial blade, not with you at the moment.
The decision.
And you can't properly sacrifice it because there's no virgins of life.
Sir, no, sir, there's another problem. You cannot stab yourself without another person there to barely cut off your head. No, I'm not going to. Wait, what the hell is with the floppy pen?
Yeah, the hilt is floppy.
It's a two-handed sword that's broken.
Why is your hilt so floppy?
He would stab you. He would impale you, but his hilt is very floppy.
But if I were to do that,
Because it's not
I'd
actually
meet a
screwed
friend
in,
and
it's
forget
just on
right
the
away.
wall. It's supposed to stay.
Yeah, you heard it here first. His hilt is on balls.
No, on a ball.
Yeah.
Not
Just
not
one.
no.
It's
So-
Lance Armstrong of
It was being held in place by the handle, but the handle cracked.
But I don't see
And then this moving around made it crack more. So, it was just a never-ending cycle of fuck
Let
you.
it be noted. Kane is now jerking his hilt.
Oh, please, someone find this and animate it.
Instead of carrying
Please.
That's like that cry animation when he's doing this after. Jeez, cry, there's children.
Hey, Sora! Can you hear me?
No!
Hey, you! Hey, listen! Hey, listen!
Where are you?
Listen! Sorry, Sora. I'm still
Want a
trying to
rusty
find
sword?
a way to get to you. Right
I mean,
now,
I don't need it.
the best
We all
I
know
can
you're
do
out
is
of
to
practice.
find
I kinda
where
want
you
it.
are.
It's okay.
I know that sword.
Come on! Please let me have one
Nobody
bad
even heard
joke.
that.
I know that sword. What is that
I
from?
keep forgetting
It's
to
just
play
right.
in the first place.
No. I know what you need to do with that.
Says
Hold
if
it back
I
up
dwell
again.
on what I've lost, the hurt is going to take over me. And I
Does
don't
that
want
not look like it could totally be Riku's,
I understand.
maybe not the
shape
Keyblade,
is
but
actually
the,
very similar to it.
you should totally paint it.
The hilt is reminding me of something. I don't know what it is. Something I played recently.
By the way, that is a crappy handle.
Well,
Like,
Right?
the guard itself. Like,
Right?
the guard is
I
so
mean,
crappy.
coming down like this, yes, but
remember you.
The shape is
a really close friend to them, no matter what happens.
It'd be a good template, though.
I'm not talking about Riku's. I was talking about the one that Riku
I know, but the Keyblade is based on Soul.
Yeah, but I was talking about the Soul Eater itself.
I know, but the shape of Road to Dawn is the same shape as
Soul Eater.
Yeah.
But that was, the reason why it was specifically Rikuplica. The Soul Eater.
Riku's is also Soul.
Who are these two?
That's where Rikuplica is.
Well, I'm classifying it as Rikuplica's because Riku now has the Road to Dawn.
I know them.
Chomper, could you get on my spot, please?
But feelings don't.
No.
Not even when your data was reset.
What?
Inside your heart.
Down.
The adventures you shared with the friends.
Did you have a bald spot on his head?
Huh?
Did you have a bald spot on his head?
No, that's where there's a growth.
Oh, okay.
And you know what?
A fat girl.
I'll bet that's also true for all the time you spent.
Because the dog food he uses super fatty, but he's too old to switch.
So it's not what's missing that's causing the hurt.
Didn't hear half of that.
What's not
Are you deaf?
No, I only heard
too old to switch. To be fair, you were
He has
strenuously
very-
talking because you were sitting down.
He is very selective hearing. He doesn't hear half the things I say.
Hold on
What?
a little bit longer for me. Okay?
Y'all suck.
What?
Go fuck yourself.
No, I legitimately didn't hear any of that.
I know, I have two volumes. Too quiet or too loud?
No,
When on stream,
it's fine.
be too loud.
It's fine.
What?
Count is hurt?
Yeah.
When the thing is that your volume is fine.
Will this pull me into
It's just that in this
darkness?
situation, you had three guys
Oh,
with selective
God.
hearing, half paying attention.
I can do this.
And then being
what I
assholes.
Yeah.
I
There's
never
no
noticed
going
that
back.
his
Just
pants
one more
chain
card.
for like his trip pants has
Trip
crowns
pants.
on it.
Not trip pants,
OBS
bro.
stuff.
No, it didn't.
Just fucking with you.
Don't do it.
Hey, look, more villains.
So is that what you use to play Xenoverse?
The low monitor, yeah.
No, I mean the controller.
Yeah.
It's fuck doing it on a keyboard.
Yeah, fuck fighting games on a keyboard.
Honestly.
That is so
what's
counterintuitive.
You know what's a lot of fun though? Using one of the actual
if I
writing
had
tabs.
well,
tablets.
Xenoverse won't work with.
Well, no, but I'm talking about
You've
games
used
that,
up all the cards, I take it?
2D
Street
fighters,
Fighter,
yeah, I get
I
that.
would ask if you enjoyed your
Science
trip.
I actually saw a person playing
But
Smash
we
Bros.
both know that you've forgotten it.
Well, it's still a
You're
side
feeling
scroller.
pretty empty.
Yeah, it's just
Also,
really interesting.
Fighter Z looks
No, I'm not.
amazing. I'll show
I may not remember who
you
I met.
a.
But I do
No,
remember
I'll
that
actually
Is that
show you
another Dragon
TFS
Ball
playing
or-
streaming it.
Is that a Dragon Ball?
And
Yes,
knowing
It's
that
the
I
new
Dragon
one
Ball
that's
Fighter
coming out
Z.
soon.
Dragon Ball is
I miss
again.
them.
Yeah, I know,
So
but
you heard.
the games are fucking
I
good.
warned you.
They're fun. They're power
Don't
trips.
you remember
That's
what
what
I
those ones
said?
are.
They're not as
That
well
hurt
balanced
will
as
drag you down
the
into
Naruto
the
games are.
darkness.
They
But
aren't
they're-
supposed to be balanced.
They're
You
still
have
pretty
to get
good.
rid of all of it.
Like, I know it wouldn't do well in like just
No, I don't.
fighting other people, but I want a
I can
true
keep the
power
hurt.
system.
Because it
Dragon
reminds
Ball
me of
game.
something
Like
important.
Xenoverse
It lets me
was
know that what I've
completely
forgotten
fucking
is
broken.
crucial.
Like,
That's
if
enough.
you were a Saiyan, you could kill
I
everything.
won't run
It
from
was so dumb.
Xenoverse 1 was that way.
It'll
Xenoverse
stay
2.
inside
Yeah,
my
no, that's what I
heart.
was saying. Xenoverse
Until
2
the day
fixed
I
it because now Saiyans work differently.
The darkness.
Everybody has a
will
transformation
take
and
you
they're all good in their own way.
If I put the hurt aside,
Except
I'll
Nah,
lose my
Boo.
ties to all the
Except,
people
no,
I
the
care
Boo one's
about.
actually one of the top tier ones.
My mind's
Yeah,
made
but
up.
it's so stupid.
I may end
You
up
become
falling
Kid
into the
Boo
darkness,
with your skin color.
but I'll
Yeah.
carry
It's so
this with
stupid.
me.
But it's actually pretty strong. Like
I'll
the
have
vanishing.
a
Majin
But
Boo's
I remember
transformations in
everything.
Xenoverse 2.
And not a day
No matter
sooner
what
than
Boo
that.
you are, male, female, you become
I'll keep
a
the hurt with me for the
reskinned
time
kid.
being.
You don't
It's
get
all that
any
I
of your equipment,
It's what holds the
color
pieces in
changes, or
place.
anything like that.
I
The only
accept
thing that
that.
stays from your character to a reskinned Kid Boo
You say you
is the
accept
skin
it.
color.
It's not a game.
Basically, you become Kid Boo from the series. And the reason
What?
for it is there's actually lore purposes to why every Boo becomes a Kid Boo.
Because that's the truest form of a...
It's their true form.
That's rough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, let me choose which form of Boo I want to transform into!
I want Keyblade
Kid
in
Boo
a
is
second.
actually the weakest form of Boo.
Which Keyblade is that in part?
The reason why Fat Boo
Oblivion.
appears weaker is because he's kind-hearted. He doesn't use
It's
all
the
the power
connection
he
to,
has.
um, Sora versus...
Originally, Oblivion represented Sora's connection to Riku and Oathkeeper's connection to
That's actually a
Kairi,
really
but
good
they developed
idea.
into something else. They're now
Roxas
and Shion, and then the combination of the two makes two become one.
Which is a really cool looking Keyblade, but it's severely underrated.
Oh, that's depressing.
Guess there's no point in destroying something.
Partially because even though it's the combination of the two, it's shorter than both.
Not at all.
Which is dumb.
You say that you're an illusion.
Well, it's fine with being shorter, but
pack
it's
a
still
really
a
big
weak
punch.
Keyblade for the time you get.
You said that you'd show me hurt, and you weren't wrong. Actually,
This is actually an
the
emotional
hurt
moment.
that I just felt was more than that.
But it doesn't
Sure,
stack
it
up
might
to
have hurt
the
while we were
previous
fighting.
movie. Doesn't.
But I sensed a
That's by
different
far
kind
the
of hurt from
saddest
you.
game in the series.
It was kind of like
Well, Dream
An
Drop is pretty
intense,
sad. Not Dream Drop,
sharp
Birth by
pain.
Sleep is
Yeah,
pretty
it
fucking
is.
sad.
but it
I would argue that Birth
felt
by
sort of
Sleep.
familiar,
I wouldn't.
almost like it was my own.
Probably sad.
As if
In
we'd
their own
been
respects,
connected.
Birth by
pretty
Sleep is about
normal.
real
Like,
people.
right then we shared the same hurt.
Birth by Sleep is about real
If
people.
somehow it brings me closer to people in that kind of way,
Keep saying real people,
Then
and I
carrying
keep bringing
around
up
a
the
little
same
hurt
point that I
can't
can't
be
bring
all
up
that
until
bad.
the end of this whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
Even though it's
Because
kind of
Arc's
common
mad.
sense. Huh?
But also his point is moot because the point is something that they hadn't done yet.
All right.
But they still,
Give up.
the way they wrote characters, you
Here.
can tell they were planning on it the entire time.
You
But
pass, Sora.
no, what I mean is the characters hadn't reached that
Congratulations,
point,
you
so the
understand
point
hurt.
is still moot.
Now, use this to find the truth.
That's what makes me sad about it.
what do you mean?
I wish my eyes were
My
that blue.
role was to see if you were ready to
No,
take
not
ownership
that blue,
of
but
the hurt
piercing
inside
blue?
you.
like
I want
Now
the
that
sultry
I want
blue.
I want
You want the
Riku's,
sultry
I
blue?
want
I
the
want
sultry blue.
Riku's sultry eyes.
Sultry eyes, the piercing eyes,
No
the what was Axel's eyes?
Are you gonna go back home?
Um,
I don't know if I really have.
his were green, right?
But there's a place I'd like to be.
Yeah.
A place? Where?
The reason why we always remembered the sultry eyes is because they literally were.
What's
We
this
always
feeling?
ended the episode
got
with them
memories
looking at us.
Don't belong to me.
Also, a big point of the game
A place
is
to call home.
he's trying to teach
And
a sword
sunset
that doesn't matter.
that's comforting.
The thing, the actual sword
My
needs to know.
first and my last.
That's the thing about this game.
Someday.
It's like, come on.
You can rest easy.
All this character building is moot.
I've got you now.
Not completely.
Not completely for the ones observing it, but for Sora, yes it is.
Not.
I got this card here. It told me to come to his door.
At the place at the time and the
Told me to ask for Mickey.
I'm so glad I
Don't
finally
slip
caught
me a
up
Mickey,
to ya.
please.
Sorry that it took me so long. I know you ended
Oh,
up having to do
last
everything
time I was
on
in
your
here, I was
own.
helping Riku.
I just couldn't get here sooner.
Did you just say humping Riku?
It's okay.
helping.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, maybe humping. We don't know how deep Mickey and Riku's relationship goes.
Come on. Are you
Is that
really
right?
certain that I wouldn't?
As you said, their hurting will be mended when you
It
return
makes me
to
sad.
end it.
They didn't
Now
cover
we can
Winnie the
finally
Pooh at all in this
solve
game.
it.
That doesn't make me sad at all.
I mean,
What if it could have been better though?
Let's
There's a
find out.
reason it's the worst game in the franchise. It's the only one that doesn't go into Winnie the Pooh.
I mean, Winnie the Pooh is discussing
Neither
the Cheshire
did-
Cat.
Yeah, the
Cheshire Cat.
in the game, not in the
It was
movie.
it was so
deep.
it was as detaching as the cat's head from its body.
That's not really the same thing.
We always go to the book.
Ramune!
I mean,
In 358 over 2 days, he goes to the book.
does he go inside it?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Remember that.
I'm Ramune.
It's like
To
when
be
I met
fair,
Mickey.
it's not technically in
I
Birth
don't
by
know
Sleep
you,
either,
You're familiar.
but you still see it and it's
Yeah.
still
Nice to meet
used.
you.
So I still consider it as its own.
I am Nomine.
This
You
is
may
the
not
only game
know
that doesn't
who it is I
mention
am.
or do anything with it.
But I
mean,
know
technically
things
it mentions
about
that.
you.
So
What exactly
So if
is
anybody
going on
ever
here?
wanted to cosplay something
Sora,
from this game series, the easiest one to
maybe I
do
can
would be nominate.
explain.
It's obviously
There
Mickey's
was a
easy.
time
Mickey.
when you lost every one of
Goober.
your memories.
Well, Mickey from
But everything turned out to be okay.
Because you don't have to wear a
Naminé
shirt.
helped you
No,
through
you
it.
had to paint your whole self
Wow.
black, though.
No,
really
you just
did
wear a
that
black
for
morph
me,
suit.
Naminé?
And then
No,
cut
no, no.
black ears.
You just get a black
Thanks.
Sharpie and, you know.
That's what I was
No, I
thinking.
don't. I put your memories back together. That part is true. But it was also me.
Fuck you in the first place.
I was the
No.
one who took them apart in
No.
the first place.
The easiest thing to
He's staring at
cosplay
her.
is shown.
The reason all of the bugs appeared in Jiminy's journals,
What?
that was me.
Oh.
What? Hold on, what?
Tell us what you
Oh,
mean.
she's dead!
Because she
What'd you-
doesn't
Again,
exist!
these
What'd you?
memories.
I didn't even
The
hear what you
easiest person
said.
to
We're
cosplay is
sleeping way down
Fion.
deep.
That's me in every convention.
These are my memories?
Actually,
Every time I've gone to a convention, people are
No,
like,
they're
"You're
not.
not
I've never
cosplaying?"
been
I'm
to
like,
one.
"I am. Cosplaying as myself."
they belong to people
I am
who are
cosplaying.
connected
I've
to
I'm a
you.
never been to a
cosplayer.
convention.
I'm
Isn't
cosplaying
it
me
weird for
at a
somebody
convention.
else's memories to be inside
Oh
me?
look, I'm the
Yes.
master. I just don't
Usually
want to
it's
show off.
impossible.
That's the reason
I
I don't
googled
go to
all the pieces
those.
it would take to make a
When I
Marluxia
first found them
costume.
while repairing your
Marluxia
memory,
costume. It's about
I thought I
$230
had made
before
some
shipping.
sort of mistake.
Get the 3 parts then. Take the robe
But
and
then,
the wig.
After
I mean, to be fair, all you need is the
Just
robe
do all
and the
that
sight.
yourself.
all
too,
the
that's
evidence
the
I
thing.
found,
No,
Uh,
see,
proved
I.
they belong
But
in
for
your
The
memory.
robe
non-creative,
is the difficult
Yeah,
one.
for
for
non-creative
non-creative
Children will
people.
have to
Yeah.
awaken these
Well,
memories.
the hair, you can just
Five?
robe
This
it
is
out.
where they will sleep.
For
Dye
But I
pink.
can't dye it pink because of my job.
They are important.
I can't dye my hair
And
fun
yet-
colors anymore.
Dangerous too.
Naminé.
It's
How
money.
are they dangerous?
These
Oh.
memories.
And because I'm getting 40 hours
all
when
of
I'm only
them are too
part-time.
painful.
Yeah.
Handled the wrong way, they could damage Sora's
Handled the
heart.
wrong way, bruh.
Even
Oh,
break
speaking
it.
of which, will this hurt my odd?
That's why I needed for Sora to find a way
I
to
don't
face that kind
so.
of hurt. So I left the message for
Only
all
if
of
you drip it everywhere.
Their hurting will be mended when you return to end it. That was
I didn't even
you.
get a call.
You're the one who left us
That's
that
why I
message.
said remember to check your.
I know that.
When I
I've
unraveled Sora
been
and
checking
the
every
others'
day.
memories,
And if you're curious,
it
I'll
also
go there.
erased the words in Jiminy's journal. That book was filled with
to
pages and
Indie.
pages of memories from your first adventure.
Just
It
look for
shows how
five as in
deeply the journal and
587.
Sora are connected. When I took Sora's memories apart, they stayed in his heart.
if you want to get into the same
It
thing,
may have looked like they were gone, but they were there the whole
the
time.
DX.
Even after the text disappeared from the
I've
journal,
been tempted to.
the memories remained.
I can-
That's why you were
But
able to
it won't
render
work.
them as data.
Yeah, but the data we got was a
I don't
mess.
have a big
And then
anymore.
all those bugs appeared. Jiminy never wrote about any bugs.
Bugs!
That was
That reminds me of one of my Hero Academia.
me too.
That bitch! She put all those bug
When I
cubes
added
in?
these memories to the journal,
By the way, I think it would have been much more,
I also
more
added all this hurt.
to have Jafar, instead of throwing just a magma
I thought
ball,
that
to
maybe
throw
if
one of the glitch cubes.
you thought that
I think he did.
No,
these
he threw the
memories,
orb.
No,
He
I'm
threw a
saying
you
in the
might learn
game.
to face the hurt
He
in the
would
memories
occasionally pick up
themselves.
one of those.
Good, because that's fun. That'd be fucking hilarious.
So that's what it was. I didn't realize
I
you
think
had
this
to go
game
through
would
so
have
much
been
trouble
profited so
to get
much
us to
by
investigate this hurt, Naminé.
mind fuckery glitches.
I'm sorry.
I think the game would have actually
I wish I could have told you
had a
this in
lot
person,
more value to it if it played
but
with
the
your
real
mind.
me is gone.
Like expanding heads and
She
shit like
doesn't
that, like in
exist
Saints Row
now.
4.
I was just thinking of like
Guys, you
having
kinda
to make
lost
the
me a
game
few minutes
glitch in
ago.
order to make. Like it would give you hints on how
you
to
don't have
do
to
so,
understand it.
but like game
You
breaking.
have already learned how to face the hurt, Sora.
I did?
You most certainly did. At times, the pain can be wiped away. But there's also a pain that always stays with you. There's only one way to deal with that. You face it head on, and then you accept it. And if it
Happened
happens
to,
that the hurt is too great for you to bear it alone,
Depression.
well then you turn
And
to a
anger.
friend
There's
close.
time
No,
to
no,
cut out
no.
the steps.
Taking it head on is anger, which is the first step,
It'll bring us closer
and
together.
accepting it
The hurt
is the
will
last
only make
step.
us stronger.
They're just trying to get you to the point.
I'm willing to try. I'm ready to
That
face
line
all those
delivery.
memories that you found.
I'm willing to
It might
try.
have to be painful, but I can take it.
Dude, hurt me,
Sora.
Daddy.
It may be painful, but I'm willing to take
Hurt
it.
me,
You're not
Daddy,
in this
one more
alone.
time.
Always remember,
Hurt me, Nominee.
I'm here too.
Hurt me, Mickey, one more time.
Thank you. Just
He's
touch this.
abnormally small.
Don't be afraid.
Well, remember that
You'll
she's
feel all
not
the
really
memories that are
supposed to
locked
be.
inside.
No, but
Flow
her
right
proportions
into your
are off
hearts.
from the previous game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Namine's trying to get inside Sora, by the way.
Data
Give me that orb, bro. Oh, dude.
They didn't even touch it. They just put their hands above it.
Hey, if you actually touch, hey, if you touch it, that's rape.
She told me she gave consent.
Does she look 12?
She looks 14.
No, she doesn't.
That's
An underdeveloped 14.
technically her age.
She looks like a freaking 8-year-old.
Well, there's a couple of girls in My
He's
Hero
high.
that are 15 that look like they're like 19.
But that's direct anime. And let's face it, direct anime fucks with everybody's age.
I kind of wish that one guy would
Also-
have had his hair.
Who?
Does
Does he put patches?
There's such a meme for that.
Does he put patches on things?
Keeping them locked away, deep inside of him.
What I?
Or is it a gel?
You know what just popped in my head?
These memories you're feeling.
I listened for a cab. When it came near. For some reason, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air rap just popped into my head, and I don't know
Also,
why.
here's why the game's important.
The other girl.
It's saying that Sora does have the memories in him somewhere.
Yes.
And
They're
Well, you
just
cannot.
not accessible.
The thing is that
Something
you cannot
terrible.
erase.
See,
a
there's
memory.
girls like that.
That's what she.
who look good
That's
with
what
short
she's
hair.
saying right now.
And then there's me,
They're
and when I
waiting
have short
for
hair, I look
Sora.
like a dude.
He's the only one who can put an end
Wait,
to
you're
their
not?
You pull
hurt.
off short. You can pull off short hair. I
Diz
cannot.
told me.
Yep.
He hid something inside you during the
I can
year
pull
you
off
were
short
asleep.
hair.
I prefer
Same.
my long hair.
I
Look at
asked him
my
why,
short hair.
and all
See,
he would
When's
say
the
was
last
that
time
he
you
was
actually
I
had
become
short
I
hair?
become Amish if I let my hair grow out,
Sora must
or I
be
become Bob
pretty.
Ross,
saving
It's
the people
amazing.
you saw,
It was mine.
or I become Bob Ross.
That was mine.
and the ones you're about to see.
I mean, have you guys seen the video of Bob Ross?
Oh my god!
Maybe you know how
When was the
much
last
they're
time I cut
hurting.
my hair?
Best girl.
These three were keys
But
too.
when I was working,
I think it was.
Connected to the Keyblade's truth.
Let's see, because remember that
And
one time where I told
they're still
the last
connected,
time I
Sora.
went to
Somewhere way down deep inside
Master
of you.
Cuts in the mall.
Funny.
Don't ever go.
I feel
I know
as
I've
though
not ever
I've met
ever
them.
put in that place again.
Yes,
I told them I wanted shoulder
two of
length,
them. You had
and they
that.
cut it up to below my ear.
As for the third, I
I
never
had
really
that. I had that
understood,
bob cut for a while.
but you and he share a very special connection.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about going in there. And then they did it
Don't know
crooked
if
too.
I Sora has to call these memories to the surface.
They did it
Is it
crooked
time?
too, where
You're
this
stressed.
the side was like an inch.
I can't
shorter
say
than
for
the
sure.
Each game after
But I do know
one, or after
a day
Chain of
will come
Memories
when they
rather,
must rise from their sleep.
focuses on
And then
Sora
So they're
learning
the only one who can
about
save
his
them
connection with one
will be
specific
Sora.
person.
The bond they all share.
Also,
That's
besides
gonna be the key, right?
358.
Don't worry, Nominee.
Yeah.
Because two is
I'll make
about
sure I pass this
two
on
is
to
about
Sora.
him realizing his
You know,
connection with Roxas.
Everything is about Sora.
everything is Xehanort.
Please
This
do.
one is about him realizing his connection with Shion.
And that's
Then
Well,
one of the next ones is about him realizing his connection with
Well,
yeah.
Riku,
Just a second.
yes, obviously.
Riku.
But no,
Your promise.
technically,
Your promise
real
to
Sora
me I
doesn't
don't
learn
know.
about his connection with
You kept it, right?
until.
But this is what leads
I
to
may
it.
be gone,
I know.
but
This
my
is
promise
this
to
is how
be
they
your friend.
circumvented her being completely
And
forgotten.
anyway,
Is showing it to
I owe this
Yeah.
much
Mickey
Well, no.
is the main factor in this game.
for all the
Data
all
Sora
those
still
people that I
exists.
hurt.
The whole thing is that they're going to
So
have
what
Data
happens to
Sora
you?
and normal Sora
The one
meet,
that
so
you
Data
want?
Sora can
No.
give Sora the
I'm
memory.
really
Just-
just data
I'm
made
just
to
really
pass
good at
along a
reading
message.
That's the whole
No,
point.
no, I get that, but they don't
exist
mention
right
it
now
at
in
all
this
in the
journal at
next
all.
game. They don't.
Yeah.
And
Ever.
now the record of me will
That's why
disappear.
people say this game is just
But when you pass
a
my
dumpster
message
fire
on to
for
the other Sora,
stories.
just remember to tell him the things that you've seen. and
But
that you
in
felt.
3, if they cover all their bases and wrap
If
everything
you
up,
do
that'd
that,
be much better. Than
I'm
then we'll
tired.
be at
I mean,
rest.
they have to. It's
If
the
they
final
bring
game.
back, if they bring back
of the
Shion,
Xehanort
Along
saga.
with everybody
Of
connected
Sora's.
to Sora.
No, Xehanort.
No, they said all the original
you
characters
got
that are in this are not going to be player characters now.
Oh yeah.
So this is the end of Sora's story.
I almost forgot.
Also, why
I have
is
a message for
everything
you,
going
too.
the Boruto route lately? Like, the previous generation of a show is now the mentors for the next. This is new.
So that's how life works.
That's kind of how it's always been done.
No, it's just becoming more apparent to me.
That's how Dragon Ball was supposed to be done.
I know, but
then fans bitched too much.
I would have been
And
fine
so
with it,
ended our
but
journey
still.
to connect those memories with these.
Just end it after the main characters are done. There's a
Sora,
reason why Soul Eater Not
These
is a
words
horrible
are
anime.
passed on to you when the day comes that you
Soul Eater
learn
Not
this
isn't
great,
even a story of
unknown and
afterwards.
mysterious adventure.
Runs simultaneous.
No, it's after.
No, it's simultaneous.
No, it is after.
It's
Whatever
simultaneous.
You feel in your heart,
Because the dude who becomes a zombie is a human at the beginning of Soul Eater Not.
No, he explained that he was turned back.
Oh, wait, is it done?
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Oh, baby!
By the way, it might be your setup, but for my stream, it only cuts out the copyright music. No other audio.
Yeah, for me, it cut out all audio in that session.
But because when I did the 15 stream, only the song was cut off for the opening sequence. Their talk and me talking was still in there. So it was me talking about how the song destroyed my life, and nobody can hear
it. When I streamed it, it didn't cut out the song. When I put it on YouTube, it gave me copyright.
Guys, you want to see a baby
or
kitty?
not strike.
Baby kitty?
A baby kitty.
Baby kitty. Oh.
Not like 11.
10.
9,
8.
7,
13.
13 is the name
You're
of the hero.
here, me say,
Oh, baby!
Don't go!
Haley Joel Osment, my boy.
Roxas, Jesse McCartney. My girlhood crush.
Other than Don.
Now Roxas.
No other than Tommy from Power Rangers.
Also Don.
Just because I had a life
You don't even know his real name.
David Frank.
There you go. Say Jason David Frank.
Well, I mean, she didn't have a crush on the actor, she had a crush on the character from the show.
Yeah.
So she did know his name.
Yeah.
No. No.
They're both
No.
such douchebags. So.
Jason David Frank is not a douchebag.
Yeah, he is.
Why not?
He's a self-absorbed douchebag. He really is.
You brought it upon yourself.
I haven't followed up with him.
Yeah, but he's super self-absorbed.
You know how?
Watch his shit. You'll see it.
I should do this with my life water.
Can I also just say, I miss the old Sobe. When they were in the glass bottles.
I never liked
in
the
the glass bottles, they were amazing.
Actually, the only soda I ever had was, I think it was like a wild berry or a black cherry version, but it was in the plastic bottle, and that was the only one I ever could drink. It was only because
is it the smoothie, or was it the
I
normal
like
drink?
the apple life water.
No,
The life water is different.
It was one of the zeros. It was one of the zeros.
That's
no.
your issue.
Huh?
That's your issue.
No, you want to know the reason why? Because it was right at the time when the school system gave up on fucking sodas in the vending machines. So it was the only goddamn drink I could actually get.
See, I think it was like when I was like 7, they stopped making the glass bottle ones, and then they changed over to the smoothie flavor, which broke my heart. The original ones were so good, especially I think it was strawberry and cherry together.
Yeah.
And then they had the smoothie ones, which the only one I could think of that was
I feel so sorry
a
for my
dragon
friend.
fruit or some shit like that.
My friend named her second son Big.
It's his one weakness.
Why did I get tripped up so many times?
So many people, when she was asking what to name, asking for, she gave a whole bunch of options for to name her kid. All of them were normal except for that one, and everybody told her to stay away from that name. Named their kid that anyways.
He hates her kid.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, there's
then again, I'm the guy that wants to name his son, if he ever has one, Sora.
Sora is a much better name than Achilles, though.
There's a 7-year-old somewhere in the world named Dovahkiin.
That poor kid.
There was a kid almost named Underpants Batman.
There's actually
Then there's named hashtag. There's a kid named Apple.
Roxas and
There's a kid. Okay, seriously, Michael Jackson's kids. Oh, we have to talk about. Yeah, Blanket.
Blanket Jackson. Man, if that isn't a blanket statement.
I wanted to tell you right away about memories from the past that sleep within you.
Why is he retracing the letters he's already written down?
I got the one weakness.
Wrote down? Wrote down.
About the
I got the
pieces
one
that will
weakness.
tie you to
He
your
already
future.
wrote down.
Written.
Written.
He already wrote down. It's
Oh,
wrote
yeah,
down.
it is wrote.
The truth behind the Keyblade has found its way through so many people, and now I know that it rests in your hearts. Sora,
Wait a minute.
you are who you
Aren't they
are
in the
because of
darkness?
those people.
No.
But they're hurting.
This entire
And you're
game
the
is
only
after
one
2.
who can
After
end
they're
their
free.
sadness.
All this.
But then they got the bottle already.
That was weeks
It's
later.
possible that all your journeys so far
That was a
have
time
been
cut for
preparing
them
you
just
for this great new task
readjusting.
that's waiting for you. I should have known there were no coincidences.
What do you think
Only
Sora and
leads
Riku's parents'
in a much
reaction
larger
was when they
chain of
got
events.
back?
And they're more grown
You know
up.
what? Knowing
they forgot
anime,
their kids for a year.
knowing anime
is ready to be
Well,
over.
Sora-
and Japanese games, this is probably what happened. You're late for dinner.
No, they probably had this really touching reunion. Just like they had missing posters for like a week. Well, the entire time they forgot they had a kid.
No, only for
Before
a year
that,
of
they
it.
were in the darkness because their world was destroyed. Then they completely forgot.
Only for a year.
Yeah. So as soon as he got back,
Yunsid,
isn't like the
I think
entirety
we're
of Kingdom
finally
Hearts
close
2
to
in like a
figuring
week
out where Ben's
or like
heart
2
is.
or some
so?
shit like that.
Then that leaves only terror.
My favorite things I've seen on
Terrible.
TV.
Gotta save all
That
three
Febreze
of
smells
them.
like Fireball. Yes, I think non-alcoholics call that cinnamon.
The question is, what does Xehanort intend to do next?
Xehanort, his two halves are gone.
I have never
There's
tried
Ansem,
Fireball.
who commanded the Heartless,
Also, this
and
is a really big
Xemnas,
lore
who
point.
commanded the Nobodies.
Which has already
Didn't Sora
technically been
defeat them
covered,
both?
but they're just like throwing it in your face now.
Correct. Those two met their end. However,
It wasn't
lies
explored
exactly
directly.
our
That's,
problem.
that's the issue.
They
Their
talk
decision
about it.
If you
now
aren't aware of
guarantees
it,
the original
then
Xehanort's
this is why they're doing it.
reconstruction.
Huh?
Xehanort's heart, once seized by his heartless half, is now free. And his body, which had become his nobody, has been vanquished.
I know what I should have.
Both halves will now be returned to the whole. In short,
That's an important point,
this
guys.
means Master Xehanort will return.
Also, in
Think-
short, all
you
the
think that
nobodies
maybe
who were
he's gonna
defeated
try something?
will now go back to human.
A man like Xehanort
They will
have
all
left
be back.
many
If
roads
their
open.
heartless was
If their heartless
destroyed.
has been destroyed.
It doesn't matter what he cooks up. Me
I
and
mean,
Sora, we'll
I don't
be
know.
ready.
They were just
You know,
random
and
heartless.
Riku,
That
too.
makes sense that
Yes,
big
they are
one that
indeed
stands
strong,
around with the
but
fire stick.
not true Keyblade masters like you.
Might be Axel.
Tell me,
I think that's what they were
would a
implying at that
single one
point.
of you suffice if what
and
you
there
faced was
was
not a single
Which one would
of
be the
him?
Calico?
What?
Which one?
What do you mean?
Mickey, please summon Sora
Would that be
here.
Zelda?
Calico?
Riku as well.
The boss of Tarzan.
Of course, but
Oh, the
why?
chameleon?
Oh. The
to
gecko,
show
yeah.
us the mark of mastery.
I think
That was more difficult than I thought.
And here's Yeah, they're all back.
Yep.
We're just assuming we just took out.
To be seen,
Except for Larkseen. You don't see Larkseen.
The party's already begun, huh?
Yes.
Larkseen wasn't in that group.
Does that Xehanort scare
I don't know where
me
she
like
is.
nobody's
Maybe we haven't
business.
defeated her Heartless.
Also, why are some of them in a cloak and others aren't?
And it
I mean, that's
help
just
that
his general.
no one knows what it
No, I
is
know.
that the
I know
old
that's
man
his general wear.
I
But some of the
wonder
ones
if
on the
even
ground
you
were
know
in
what's going on
cloaks,
inside
darkness
your
cloaks,
own.
like that.
I think because Axel wasn't a researcher. I think he was
just a guard.
To go.
Yeah.
No, he
But-
was a kid.
Sounds
No,
to
he
me
was a
like
guard
you
like
don't have a
him
clue of
when
your
this
own.
all happened.
Every
Maybe the
Keyblade
guards use
master is
the
bequeathed a
black
Keyblade
cloak.
of his very own.
I mean, it makes sense
With the
because
passing
Ansem
of
didn't
time,
know a lot about that kind of thing.
As you can imagine, more and more Keyblades were forged to be handed down.
Who is
But
this
of
voice
all
actor?
The Keyblades in existence,
Who is this character?
Master
Terranort's
Xehanort
voice
is the
actor.
most ancient.
No, it's not. That
my
is pure
destiny.
young Xehanort.
Yeah.
But it has yet to become a reality.
Hey, it's okay. This is all connected to the ancient Keyblade War, isn't that right?
Never happened the hell
Exposition
I got my
dump
hands full
right
with
now.
my own
That's what's
plans.
going on.
So, which poor soul will it be?
I never realized it's actually only those two in a black cloak.
Okay.
David Gallagher.
Name's
Oh no,
not-
sorry.
I was about to say that's
Benjamin Diskin.
what other roles did he play?
That's in Dream Top and in First Place.
Recoded, because that's not the same voice actor as. Also, we went through an entire stream without crashing. Woo!
Well, none of us are driving.
These days are not.
I mean, he could try. I have an ace.
God bless it.
Better get an 18 or higher.
The
He
edition
just
I
needs
play
a
match
5.
wins.
Underwins.
I said the edition I
Did
play.
they remaster a different movie?
Recoded didn't have any voice acting.
Yeah, Recoded was completely. Anyways, thank everybody for watching. Next time we have to look forward to no more bad games. All the rest of the games in the series are actually good. They all have something pretty good about them too. Like I cannot wait for Flow Motion. Flow Motion is amazing.
Oh yeah. What
But,
I can't wait for is 0.2, honestly.
We will see you next time when we come back with Birth by Sleep. We're gonna be starting Terrace campaign.
Bye!
The tank!
Basically.
Slow ass motherfucker!
Basically.
Hey! So we do speedy